Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. I am your game master for today, the Bardic Knock. You can find me on the internet, Twitter, Twitch, Patreon and YouTube, all as the Bardic Knock. I do stuff on the internet and it's normally really dumb but really fun. I can't think of anything else that rhymes to. I got a nice little rule of three there. So it's fun and dumb and you have a nice bum. There we go, that's me. Someone else talk. Go.
Hi guys, I'm Nick, also known as Strider Winters, practically everywhere on the internet except for Twitter. Over there it's weird, so I'm Nikias Rotor on there. Most oftentimes you can find me here on the Bardic Knox channel, specifically every other Saturday for this game in particular, where I play as Mercurius Thorak, who is the giant squid fishman, who is both the captain and the doctor for this crew. You can also easily find me too over on Bardic's Discord server, where I am his mod for the server. I run things and I get some bots going if we have any. Do we have bots right now? We had some.
They
which one do we have? We have Me6, we have Rhythm. Yeah, and we had the Poke Chord bot, but that one got discontinued unfortunately. But whatever. That's me. No, just the developer discontinued it. He's like, I don't have the server space to keep this going, so bye.
I'm Shogun. I play as Maggie, the sniper and explosives expert, and stealing acquisitions expert of the team. I built a train.
You did. That was the first half of last episode, was building that train.
I love how happy that
awesome.
makes you. Like, I'm glad I facilitated that.
I'm not even one of those people.
Shogun, is there anything else you would like to tell us about yourself?
Are plugs now or later?
Why not both?
I stream at cryogun.twitch.tv or twitch.tv.cryogun or whatever order that goes in.
Push.tv/cryogun.
That thing. Alright, Jimmy.
First of all,
You're not
Bardic, how dare you assume the quality of my bum? I play as Jim, and my bum is rancid at best.
What?
He's a skunk man, remember?
I feel like there's some context that I'm missing.
What are we on?
He's doing a high quality callback.
Were we doing stream number 23?
I think it's 22. I could be wrong.
22.
Yeah, it says 22 on the
If you don't know who I play as, watch the other streams!
So we're doing this again.
Yes!
The day after Christmas.
He's calling everyone out once again. He always wants to cause trouble.
Time.
He always wants to cause trouble.
I like chaos. Anyways, I'm done.
Chaos.
I can do anything!
Also, there ain't much on anything else here. Dakota,
I'm Ren.
Dolaron, god damn you.
Wow.
I really like macaroni and cheese. I'm eating some right now.
Oh, nice.
Okay, I expect this from Shogun or even James, but from you?
I've just been
How
building
dare.
up your trust for 22 episodes. This very moment.
How dare? How dare?
Crap, who do I play again?
Data normally, but you play Iris
Oh,
right now.
yeah. I'm playing Iris. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't have a personality pegged down for him yet, but I'll figure it out.
What are his flaws? Or disadvantages, as they call it.
I'm gonna remember what did I put down. Let's see. Flaws. Ooh, I didn't write those down.
I knew it! Oh no.
He has no disadvantages!
Absolutely flawless.
Perfect, flawless, and
No, that's one of his disadvantages. He
indestructible.
thinks he's perfect and has to do everything perfect, and if it's not perfect, he flips out.
Okay,
So,
so
the prideful.
Oh, okay, Death the Kid.
Oh God.
so the thing is, Shogun, you know, right when you were saying perfect, flawless, all that, my terrible caveman brain immediately heard that. Like a Donald Trump like goes, it's absolutely perfect, it's flawless, it's wonderful, it's just like me. It's excellent.
Oh,
Let's go.
my God.
You haunted us with this voice. I'm
Never
eating.
again, Bardic.
Hey,
Never
Dakota,
again.
did you ever do your intro?
Yeah, of course he did.
Oh. All right,
Yeah,
let's
was
get
that the
started.
start?
Alright, so let's try and get things started. Before I give a little recap, as it is, let's date this. It is Boxing Day, and to everyone who's not in the UK, it's the day after Christmas.
Isn't Boxing Day actually only technically a holiday in Canada?
No, it's a holiday here.
Is it? I knew you knew of it. I didn't know you celebrated it.
Question: does it actually have anything to do with boxing?
Who's on?
Like, this is the thing. No one really knows anymore. Some argue that it's physically to do with the sport boxing. Some argue it's to do with like boxers in which you put things because you move stuff. Honestly,
Why?
the people are gonna argue about it forever and a day. It's just Boxing Day, and it's really just like a bank holiday here. I don't know why it just
Boxing
is.
Day got its name when Queen Victoria was on the throne in the 1800s and has nothing to do
Did
with
she
the sport of
box
boxing.
someone?
The
Hell
name
yeah.
comes from a time
Yes.
when the rich used to box up gifts to give to the
Yeah.
poor.
Oh.
Boxing Day was traditionally a day off. Boxing Day was traditionally a day off for servants and the day when they received a special Christmas box from their masters. The servants would also go home on Boxing Day to give Christmas boxes to their families. So servants would work on Christmas for their masters, and then the day after, they'd get their Christmas. So it was
But
separate.
see, now it's just sad.
Now it's just kind of sad. I'm sorry.
I love how humankind doesn't have to be violent. Meanwhile, all of us, yes, boxing. Oh, it's just boxes.
See, I actually always assumed that it was just the day after Christmas, so people would start boxing up all their Christmas decorations.
Yeah, exactly. That's probably what it is now more than anything.
So the thing is, now we've gone entirely off topic. Basically, what I was gonna do, and I'm still gonna do it, but it's just gonna take a little longer to explain. As a holiday present from me to all of you. All of your characters gain a +1 in every stat, and you may gain an additional feat.
Oh,
Oh my god! +1 in everything and an additional feat?
Yup.
Oh my.
my dexterity is maximum.
That doesn't affect any of my skills, but except for my wisdom, the one that matters.
Let me make sure I do data. So I don't forget.
Oops. That's...
Yeah.
Well, my
'Cause-
strength can't go any higher, unfortunately.
Oh, you're at 20?
I'm
Data
already at
is
20.
going up.
Let's see.
I mean, you can use this to basically, if you are at a limit, like at a 20, you can break that limit with this, just because.
Hell yeah.
So you raise our max by 1 as well?
Yeah.
What if we just loop it over to something else?
No.
No.
No, because then one of you assholes will go, I'll put all 6 in one thing!
I was terrible at this, and now I'm great at it.
No, when I say loop around, I mean if you're at 20 and it would make you go to 21, you make that one someone go somewhere else.
Oh man, Jimmy was really helpful getting us here. Yeah, it's too bad his charisma is shit. Instantly becomes handsome Squidward. What the hell happened in the middle of 5 seconds?
Ooh! You know what
He
I'm...
got smacked just right in the face.
You know what feat I am going to take?
What?
With... I'm gonna take Rumble Balls.
Ooh.
James, I have a present for you!
Oh no.
Rumble Balls are made for you, buddy. Are they? They're made
Yeah.
for Zoans.
Oh my god. Oh, yes! Yes! Now I remember! Yes!
You just need a second to remember what they are like. Jimmy, these are great.
Just remember pills! I didn't remember they were called rumble balls because they don't really talk about them anymore.
They're
They
small,
just
yet
eat them.
crunchy. They're small, crunchy, yellowish medicine balls, which gives Zoan-type Devil Fruit users better control over the transformations for up to 3 minutes, which is 30 rounds. Once consumed, the Zoan user gains access to the next 4 additional stances in their fruit feat list, with the last stance being the exception. Additionally, changing between these stances for the duration of the Rumble Ball's effects can be done as a swift action instead of a standard action. These transformations would naturally become available, if 2 are taken within 6 hours, the user loses control over their transformations and then begin to transform randomly when attempting a stance change. If a third one is taken within the same 6 hours, the Zoan user immediately transforms into his final stance, becomes uncontrollable, and will attack friend and foe alike for an hour.
Oh, I have this pinned. Is it here? Where is it pinned? Is it Marines?
What?
I'm trying to find where
your character sheet is. Well,
No,
not character sheet, your
where,
devil fruit tree is.
Yeah. I don't think I sent it again. I know it's in
Probably
Bardic's
somewhere.
chat, so let me find it and I will send it. There it is.
So basically, Jimmy now, every fight, is technically the strongest character we have.
Can be. Can be.
Don't take my medicine away. I get scared and weak.
Alright, so...
Unfortunately, the strongest fighter we have would probably also kill us in the process.
Yeah, you shot 3 down. Oh god.
That just reminds me when I was looking at this at the beginning of this campaign, and I was just like, what if I gave this shit to Taiho?
Oh.
Just turn him into like a super mammoth for however long it said, I already forgot.
For 30 rounds?
Final...
No, the final
An hour.
is an hour.
Oh, wow.
They will kill you. If
I mean,
you're in the area.
I just love the idea.
So yeah,
We give
just
3
give
to Jimmy, we lock him in
Taiho
a
3
room.
rumble balls and throw him in a room full of enemies.
Well, that's it. You let him eat 2, then you give him a third, and just send him in on his own. If he doesn't die turn 1, you will run off. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay, so
But
James,
for Jimmy
James's top
specifically.
tier thing though,
I
I have
have claw
size
right
category, strength,
I have
depth,
claw.
climb. Your claw, you just have claw. So
I
with
just-
one,
yeah.
So with one, you'd gain tail, run, and spray. Because you can't get
Yes.
Supreme Skunk with the first one. Oh my.
And you can just turn. And the thing is, as a swift action, technically, what that means you can do is you can take a form, do an attack, move, and then change form.
You can always, dude. You can just keep. You can go into spray form, and change into whatever you want to do whatever attack you want, and then go back to spray form to have more con, so you have more health.
Or, like, so you could run up to someone, change form, make an attack, change form to your claw, and then just use the rest of your turn to burrow down.
Wait,
so you
can
can't be
change
hit.
form twice?
Well, it's a swift action, so they're essentially infinite.
Swift
No,
are
no, that's-
practically free actions.
No, that's not how swift actions work.
You only get 1 swift action per turn.
Is it
Oh, is
only
it like
one?
a bonus action?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
It's like a bonus action.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ah, screw that.
I mean, Bardic's a DM. He could change the fucking thing.
I mean, it doesn't. Either way, Jimmy's getting a massive power boost. Alright, so while the rest of you.
Nick, all I ask
Take-
is that you please put a lock on the pills. I don't want some person picking up the pills, looking at me, and going like, "Oh," and then
Like,
shoving
fun time.
5 down my throat.
No, if we did that, we'd shove 5 down your throat, lock you in a capsule.
Not 5,
you're
3.
endlessly- Okay,
It
so do 3.
could be
Lock
more.
him in a capsule so he's endlessly just absorbing his thing, and then we use it to power an engine.
Okay. So, you want to know something else I just thought of? Technically, in the canon of this story, Merc developed this skill whilst on the boom train.
So we're just riding by, and I'm like, ooh, herbs! But then we just grab them as we're riding by. Oh, I wonder what this does. Puts in pill. Here, Jimmy. Try
I
it. See what happens.
Because I just love that image. Because, well, you said last session that, yeah, you're just going to sit and make tea. It's going to be like what Splash Mountain memes. No. You pulled out a full science kit. It's like, ooh.
I like to imagine, like, here, Jimmy, try this candy. I'm like, oh, cool, thanks, Captain. I eat it, tail flops out. What the fuck did you give me?
Also, it's a DC 15 heal to make that stuff. I have a plus 14 to my heal now.
Yeah, so literally...
Wait, no, more than that. What is my... Hold on.
So literally the only way you can fail is on a nat 1. So that's a 1 in 20 chance.
4, 8, 12, plus 3, 15. I have a plus 15. And I just rolled a 20 for 35.
Wait, did you just roll a nat 20 as your first one?
As my first roll of the day for a heal roll to make rumble balls.
Alright, so for a nat 20 on your first roll, you know what? You get 6.
I have 6 rumble balls. Jimmy, take 2. I'm holding on to the other 4.
Do I have to take them now, or at my own discretion?
I mean, just have them. Don't eat them now. You have
Okay,
them right
thank
now.
God. I was like, why? Why would you do this to me?
Just to make you
Because
randomize.
you haven't told my character shit, so if you told me to eat 2 of them, I'd just be, alright. It'd be such chaos.
That's great.
Okay, so if that is what you are taking, Merc, does anyone else know what they're taking as theirs, or are we gonna keep that as...
I'm taking another shot on the run, so now I can move 50 feet. No, 80 feet around.
Jesus fucking Christ.
While shooting.
I took wind up for mine so I could actually deal more damage with my attacks.
Mm-hmm. Jimmy, what are you taking?
Currently looking.
Alright. And Shogun? Doing a read?
Yeah.
Doing a read. Alright. Well, in that case, I suppose now would be the time. We basically did the recap, I think, but smallest little recap. We made a train. We took a train. We got from one town to another town via the train we made. And we are now at Phosphourtown, where we ended last session. There was a big explosion. And the people around just kind of, alright, and got up and walked away. And you are here. You are on train. The train has stopped. It is in station. You have filled up entire station, because these are not stations designed for trains. They are stations designed for not trains.
Singular cars.
That's what I was looking for. Words are not my friend today. But, yeah. Phosphourtown, it's quite a bright looking town in stark contrast to where you just were, where everything was like dark and inside of a mountain. This is quite happy, you know. There's like a... Actually, I'm gonna retcon that ever so slightly in my own mind. The town itself it's fairly substantial. Like, not as big as some of the cities you have been to, but it's alright. But every building seems to have a thin black covering over it. Because that makes more sense in my brain. There's a fair amount of activity. There's clearly like a lot of trade going on here. There's lots of fireworks. There's people selling and making fireworks. It's kind of like a specialty here. The explosion you saw came from Knot Town. That came off towards a large mountain area.
Okay. Well, let's see if we can find some information on what's his name? Noichak?
Noichak, the Death Defiler.
Yes. Why is he defiling death? What is...
I don't know, but that's just mean. Like, come on, let...
Oh, I guess. So he's reanimating dead bodies?
Well, that just...
why are you eating fuzz? Stop that.
That would be Gecko Moria's shtick.
I don't know. You name a guy the Death Defiler and he like controls people. It kind of sounds like he controls dead bodies.
Perhaps.
He does something with dead bodies, that's for sure.
Is necromancy a thing? You know what? Yes, it is. I know it's a thing because I have this GIF saved in my favorites.
Like,
Yep.
I can't look at it because if I do, it'll click off the chat. So I'm gonna have to open my phone to look at GIFs.
Wonderful.
I love that one.
Well,
So,
I mean, I guess we better get going into town.
Gotta find information somehow. Oh, by the way, Jimmy, here, take these. Don't use them yet.
What?
I just
What are
tossed
they?
2 rumble balls at him.
What do they do?
Medicine. Special medicine for Zoans.
And I shouldn't eat it because...
They're practically steroids. Which
Oh,
is
yeah.
funny!
Because we were just
We
talking.
were
about
working on steroids!
So Maggie has already disappeared into the sea of firework people.
yeah.
Oh yeah, the phosphor stuff. Explosives.
Yeah. She has found her home.
Oh, you know what, Feet? I'm gonna. I just realized. So, I can only assume that a place such as this would have lots of phosphorus rocks, right?
What would make you think that?
I'm just saying. Like, do they sell them, or are they just like all over the place, like lying around?
The place is called Phosphourtown. I'm pretty sure they're just everywhere.
I mean,
Well, we don't know.
does Iris know how to identify a phosphorus rock?
Let's find out.
Alright, I picked my feet. Research assistant.
Oh, more scientist stuff.
Concentration, height. No.
Some
Scientists can now assist others with their
Nobody
research
can
regardless of
probably
the
figure it
subject.
out with this guy.
Whoever they are assisting needs a +5 research. Wait. Cool.
Okay, so gather information. So I assume that you are walking around asking people, like, "Hey, you got some phosphorus?"
No, he's just walking around until someone, like, kind of hiding in the background, just waiting for someone to say that something is phosphorus.
Yeah, fine, yeah. As you're walking around, you know, there's just some random conversation between 2 people. We will call them Mary and Joe. Mary and Joe are having a conversation, and Joe's like, "Oh, Mary, your house it looks a little damaged." And Mary goes, "Yeah, you know, all the phosphorus, you know, some got exposed to the air, burnt a little bit of the wall. It's fine, covered it up. Yeah, we should probably find better building materials, but it's just so easy and freely available. Like, it's literally everywhere."
Cool. So, he's gonna try to gather some phosphorus.
Like, when I say literally everywhere, all the buildings in this town are made out of it.
Oh god!
It's not a good idea!
So, with one flick of my wrist, I could destroy this entire town.
Yes.
So Dummy is like going around with a wheelbarrow, just picking stuff up off the floor.
Like, basically anything you can pick up that's easily, readily available.
Yep.
On the one hand, Iris will go back to Merc and say, if I use my power here, like, at all, this whole city is gonna blow up.
I kind of figured with a name like Phosphourtown.
That in mind, if Maggie does anything in this town will probably blow up. Now, ask
So-
yourself, Captain,
so you're
which
saying
one of
I
us is
shouldn't-
more likely to
So
blow
you're saying
up?
I shouldn't light my sword up?
No.
You would see Maggie is like already lighting up a cigar.
Yeah, Maggie, as you do that, you just see people fucking run. Like, you might have been in this lovely, like, crowded marketplace where people are trying to exchange, because money doesn't really exist in this place, but so there's exchanges, people trying to exchange, like, different types of Phosphourtown. Someone got, like, white, someone got, like, red phosphorus, and they're trying to exchange it, and someone built something out of it, and use, like, how does Maggie light a cigar? Do you have matches? Do you just, like, have a lighter built into your finger?
Like a tiny butane torch.
Yeah, as you just pulls out, like the first time it doesn't light, so it's just a click, and everyone around just drops everything they're doing, looks, and fucking runs.
Iris is going to shoot the lighter away.
We're gonna shoot a lighter which has flammable gas in it.
I have a plan.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go over here.
I'm just gonna take cover in the fucking train.
Yeah, you know what?
I grab Jimmy and just basically shove him in a car with us. Nope.
I'm normally against this, but thank you.
Roll to hit. Let's see how good you are.
Solely because this town goes up, yo ass goes up. Literally.
Well, actually, I'll be fine. Everyone else will probably die though.
That's why I said this town goes up, Jimmy's ass will literally light up.
Dummy
on fire.
would assume I'm being attacked and try and protect me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Would just try and body block for me if he gets the opportunity.
I'll allow
That's up
that.
to you if he gets the opportunity.
No, this is fine.
I would allow that. Have Dummy roll defense.
All right.
Oh, that's actually a +5 because I would move. I just have to like step to the side and then I get +5 to my hit.
Alright, so we'll take that as a 30.
Shot on the run, baby.
We have not given him any of his feats, and I would assume he gets some sort of bonuses to defense for being made out of metal, but...
Oh shit, we never actually did that, did we? I mean, I assume it'd probably be more, his damage reduction would go up more than defense roll.
Let's do it. Alright. So he fails.
Yeah, so, he tries to step in front, but, like, the bullet's already gone past, or he, like, sticks his hand out and the bullet, like,
exactly.
goes in between his fingers or something dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so yeah, you hit the lighter. The lighter is knocked out of Maggie's hand, this small butane blowtorch.
Wait. Were you lighting your cigar with a blowtorch?
Yes.
What the fuck? I mean...
There you go, big, go home.
If he's going to amplify its malleability so that when it hits the ground, it doesn't spark.
Okay. I'm okay with that. So as this hits the ground...
and it just kind of bounces.
Yeah, it bounces, and you use crossbows, don't you? Not pew-pew guns, blasty-blasties. So this bolt has, like, pierced into it. So there's, like, a big hole, and, like, the butane fluid just kind of, like, seeps out as it just kind of clanks its way down the street a little bit. Immediately, the moment it touches the ground, you see some people, like, rush over with, like, massive buckets of sand. Specifically, like, sand, and then this other bucket, which just seems to have, like, a lot of black powder in it. And just, like, they cover every area it has been in. These people know how to deal with fire surprisingly well.
I feel like it's not surprising considering their town is made out of phosphorus.
Yeah, so it is not surprising, actually. They're way too effective at this. So, sand is laid, and they cover it in this thin black covering, and it's like, as if it never happened.
In that case, Dummy just opens his torso a small bit. And Maggie puts
No fire! No fire!
her cigar inside of his torso to light it. I need to eat.
Eat outside! For someone that seems to be chasing after someone for setting things on fire, you're pretty prone to setting things on fire.
Oh, I don't care if people set things on fire.
What?
I mean, I kind of care if these people grow to hate Marines because we blew up their town.
I'm careful.
Can you just roll, like, a careful roll? Like, how
I
careful
wasn't
are you to not blow
anywhere
up this town with a
near
cigar?
Any of that stuff.
You know, I trust you with explosives 98% of the time.
Okay. So,
This is
How
that
often
rare
has that
2%.
backfired?
out of curiosity, Shogun, how does Dummy's torso work as a lighter? Is that like a car cigarette lighter where it's not really using fire, it's just like using heat and a small electrical
Oh, no.
spark?
There's fire in there because I use it to recharge my fire.
What? So it's my thought is it's basically like just inside of him is a small ball of fire, but like he just opens it up not very much.
Okay. And once again, people are fucking terrified of you. And people just... All civilians from Phosphourtown have moved the fuck away. So it's literally just the 5 of you standing around in, like, a town center.
Well, in this case, I would think he would open it so little that like no one would even be able to tell what's going on. Like, he just like peeks it open a tiny bit. I would just stick my cigar in his torso, and it would know. Now they would be able to tell that my cigar is smoking. They would be able to tell that.
All right. I will have some stuff occur in a little second. Then. What's everyone else doing aside from panicking?
Panicking?
Panicking.
Okay.
I'd like this moment to
No.
declare that I am panicking.
I can work with this.
I would like to take my bonus action to cry.
And to sob.
I would like to hyperventilate.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm not sure how phosphorus. Why does phosphorus explode?
Why is
Talk about
phosphorus?
that shit.
Well, I
How
can
is
tell you
phosphorus?
exactly why. Phosphorus, basically, the way the chemical structure of it works, because phosphorus is just a raw element, is it is highly reactive. Basically meaning it has excess electrons, so it's just going four.
Cool.
And
So-
because of that, just air, oxygen on its own, ignites phosphorus.
Oh, so like a lit cigarette is like real bad, huh?
That's why this entire town is smothered in this black substance to stop it touching the air. Because air,
Oh.
like, have you never seen like phosphorus? Like when you pull phosphorus out of like water or wherever it's kept, it literally just sets on fire.
Oh.
Oh shoot! Now I realize what the stuff is. Yeah, Maggie walks away.
What? Why did you think we were freaking out?
I thought this was something else.
This motherfucker just tried to kill us all.
Well, now that
I'm
that
sorry, I'm
has been
tired.
settled, now that we're not all gonna die,
It's okay, I'll come back with a flamethrower.
I just
No.
walk to the ground like, whew. Okay, all right. I just
So we're
wanted to
dead. That's
collect some
good.
phosphorus, just so that I figure it would be useful for me.
So immediately after this scene, immediately after Maggie goes, "Ah," and just walks away. One person kind of steps out of the crowd. They're a little chubby. They've got like they don't have a mustache. They've got like a singular tuft of beard and like a center parting for their hair, but their hair is clearly thinning to an excessive level. So I don't know why they bothered to center part it. So it doesn't really look. It looks really silly. It's very classic Oda side character design. Like, just
Gotcha.
really silly looking. He just kind of walks out, a little bit chubby. His clothes, like, he's got, like, really tight trousers on that almost look like stockings, but then, like, some, like, quite extravagant upper body, like, almost like a cloak with a little fur collar, and it's got, like, a little medallion hanging from his neck. And he goes, "Oh, hello there, hi there, oh there. How's it going? Hi, who are you?" And,
Were we telling people we were Marines? I don't remember.
I think your friend just tried to, like, set our entire town on fire.
You are being rescued.
Oh God, no! Hello there, hi there, oh there.
Do not resist.
I'm very scared.
Iris is gonna go pat him on the back. Well, he's gonna turn to Merc and say, "Should I like fix this?"
Is there a way
How?
to fix this?
You know, I can be pretty persuasive.
What are you trying to fix?
Should I?
The fact that the entire town is scared of us.
This wiggles
I
eyebrows.
may not be able to use my power offensively, but I can still, you know.
Don't,
Oh wait,
don't.
I guess you technically don't know that I can do that. I'll explain that later.
I mean, I'm assuming you can boost their emotion towards us or something.
Something like that.
It's called
no,
a bullet in the head.
You
Makes
can
them
also
stop
just use your
speaking real quick.
words.
I mean, I guess I could do that.
Maggie
if-
swaggers in. Now with no cigar.
Is she in like a wheelchair or something? Because she can't smoke, so she has no fuel.
No. She like just smoked it really fast.
I just love,
see.
you know what? I love the idea, but Maggie has to leave the entire town limits to go and have a cigarette.
Yeah.
He just walks back in, smoke kind of around the face, goes, smoke break. As a smoker, I just find this amusing.
I don't know. I guess Iris will look at whoever this random person is. My associate was unaware of just how reactive the material in this town was.
Yeah, you'd think we'd maybe put up, like, signs or something, but we haven't.
Yes.
You know how it
why-
goes. We just,
Why don't you have signs for this?
honestly, because everybody knows. You don't expose the stone, and you don't start fires. It's pretty easy.
Fair enough. One might ask, whose idea was it to make your entire town out of an extremely
explosive
flammable
material?
Well, that would be my great grandpappy.
I'm just gonna go with it's what was available.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
When great grandpappy Boomer decides to settle here, he just kind of went, "Well, this is what we got around," and we kind of made it.
And did everyone just say "Okay, Boomer" whenever he said to do such a thing?
Yeah, pretty much. That's what they tell me, because I'm Boomer with 27.
quick historic side note. There are certain Russian communities that they knew what asbestos did, but the only material they had to make their clothes out of was
God.
asbestos.
Fucking hell.
And so they made their clothes and their houses and everything out of asbestos.
That's rough. But
Yeah.
that's basically it. This particular mountain range, like this part of the island, it is literally the only usable material, and usable as a stretch. And yes, of course, by the time the island became a lot more connected and people could move more freely, which is still not super common, it's like, we've already built an entire town, we're not gonna destroy it and build everything fresh. Because it already exists, why would we destroy it? We found a way to make it work.
All right. Well, can I roll invent and maybe work with my esteemed colleague Jimmy
Hey,
to put together some chemicals that we have to produce a clinging foaming agent, because the only danger of phosphorus is its contact with oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
So you just need to get a film across it to prevent it from doing that, right? So
Okay.
essentially, I want to produce a clinging foam agent.
I have
To
no
do that.
oxen.
Well, I don't think we need that. But can we do a combined invent check?
Yeah, I believe you
I
can.
mean that's what Jimmy's feat is all about.
It's
That he does
research.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I thought it was
only
in-
for research.
Is it for
I
research? I
think.
thought it was invent. Oh, I was reading a different skill. Whoops. I was reading the
Right.
one below it of working alone, which is +2 to invent.
Well, I rolled well.
And is that with your +5?
What's my
No,
invent?
+5 is research
Oh, research. Never mind.
for his research assistant feat. But I mean, he could just get a standard assist, which is a +2, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, Jimmy can roll as well, and whoever rolls higher will take your score. And add 2
I
Maggie
to
rolled a 14 plus 11, so
I'm trying to find my event. It's 8, so 8 plus 3. Alright.
You want a boost to your invent?
no.
Yes, please.
No.
No, we
Why
don't
no?
trust you.
Don't take
There's
Iris's
no way.
boosts.
We don't
Okay.
trust
Boost you can't invent again for a while, I'm assuming.
That's
Oh.
not how that works.
Ah.
Again, you're getting boost confused with purge. I can't purge his ability
But
to
they
invent
both
because he
do
has
this.
it.
They both
they
do a very
don't.
similar thing. They both make it go better for a while.
But it's different. Boost
Oh my god.
Boost makes it go better.
I'll
for
just
a long
I'll
time.
just trust myself.
Maggie's flaw is do not trust the devil.
Any devil
So I
fruit
guess
user.
I'm
Yeah.
assisting Maggie then.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, Maggie, you get a 27. Alright, so 27 is pretty friggin' good. Let me just throw on up the...
But you trust Jimmy. Jimmy's a double fruit user.
Yes, we've worked together for a very long time.
So invent...
built up
Since
a
before
rapport.
game start, technically. Because
Yeah.
we started the game in the middle of us sailing around.
Okay. So, a
And
27...
they're both scientists, aren't y'all? No.
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we're both
Yeah,
scientists.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just read everything that a 27 invent gives you the ability to do. So, embedding tiny dials, making standard ammo, minor acid, simple software, electronics, grenades, cyborg repairs, basic weaponry / armor, scuba gear, potent acid, specialized ammo, powered suits, sea stone items, embedding medium dials, complex software, advanced weaponry / armor.
Yeah.
I believe that, yeah, creating some kind of, foaming agent.
Sticky fire extinguisher.
Yeah, basically. So you can just create one.
Like, you can create minor acids at only 15 DC, and
Yeah.
potent acids at 19. You could basically, like, reverse that to kind of be,
So
basically, what is expanding foam?
Yeah, basically. Well, yeah. So we don't want it to harden. We just want the sticky stuff that we want that, and we want its recipe.
Yeah, you can get the recipe.
I would like to sell it to them in exchange for what I would assume they're not very stingy about selling us refined phosphor.
Oh, they are. So if you like literally on the spot, which we'll just say for ease, you can just sit there, and Jimmy will pop over and what? Dummy folds himself in half and acts as a work table. And you
Yep.
just go, "Doodle-doodle-doo." And you go, science! And you go, yeah, made you a thing.
It's like what is it, Dead Rising 2? Where you could just, it just shows you at a work table, and then all of a sudden you, with two random things, and all of a sudden it pops out, and boom, you have a brand new weapon.
I was gonna say, like, imagine when he folds up, his hands fold as the front legs, feet as the back legs. He just folds down, his head folds underneath.
Yep.
He just literally turns into a table.
All right, so you've got that. You've got this thing, and I assume you show it at work. You purposefully start a small fire to go.
Yeah. I go to the edge of the town, but I don't tell them what I'm doing because it's Maggie, and Maggie loves terrifying people.
Mm-hmm.
And so Maggie like lights a match, flings it on a bit of phosphor, and then sprays it all over it. As the guy panics.
Yeah. Oh, he panics. He starts running. Like he gets a bell and starts ringing it wildly, going, "Oh no! Oh, hello there! Hi there! Stop it! Oh,
And sprays it all over.
Oh. Well, that's an impressive little spray there. Ooh. Wow.
Are you interested in a little bit of trade?
Yeah. I could certainly go for some trading. That sounds like a pretty good deal. What do you want some phosphorus?
Yeah. We need more, not just this random cruddy stuff, some more purified materials.
Well, we got a lot of different things. You know what? How about we take you down into the mine and we'll show you all the different kinds of things we can get down there for you.
Sounds good. And we can get you the recipe.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Hello there. Hi there. Oh dear.
Did we also want more train cars?
Yes. An engine. Another engine would be very
I'll
good.
have fun with that. I'm gonna go find information on Neuchak.
Yes, you do that. That is a good idea.
You know, the thing we came here to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, but also capitalist, as well as building marine trust on a place that has no marine influence.
Base.
These guys probably don't even realize that Neuchak is a pirate.
See, the thing is that what Maggie's gonna do is that by the end of it, there's just gonna be a marine train that's gonna continue to go around after we leave. That's just gonna continue to patrol around the town or around the island.
That's actually kind of genius.
Oh wait, make it like an automated barter booth, basically, to where each of the towns can trade shit between them, and eventually Marines come back and they can fucking collect.
That's fucking genius. Okay. Alright, yeah, cool. We can get working on that. You know what? Let's find out what Zora's been doing this entire time, because I don't think I've heard Dakota talk in a while.
I'm still just hiding in the car. Just sitting there. I'm the muscle-bound meathead. I don't think well. I just
Are you
I am
afraid
not
of
suited for this situation.
flame-caused baldness?
What?
Are you afraid of flame-caused baldness?
You're afraid of burning off all your hair.
I'm afraid my sword accidentally getting bumped and it slightly pop out and then igniting and everything just goes kaboom and then this whole town hates us and wants to kill us and, well, what do I say? The whole
Fixing
town would
that
be dead.
now.
The whole town would be dead if that happened.
We're fixing that though.
Okay. So, you know what? I think this is a perfect time for a party split. Is anybody tagging along with Iris to ask around town and maybe learn a little bit about the current big threat? And who wants to head into the mine?
I have a -1 modifier to charisma. I think I'm staying with the non-investigating group.
I think I will go with Iris. I also have negative charisma, but Captain, I feel that is more important, or more pertinent rather, to be around.
I think I'll go with y'all too because I have high charisma.
Oh yeah, that's right. Marines.
In that case, Zoran, leave your sword and come with me. I mean, unless you really want to go with the others, that's fine.
I'll go with you, okay?
Alright.
Jimmy, hold my sword.
You're just gonna leave your sword in the train. Because
Yeah,
I think Jimmy's
Just
going
leave your
into the.
sword. Just leave your sword.
Bardic
There's
had
a-
a question.
Yeah, go for it.
This has been a thing for a while. I'm not sure if it balances out or if it's just a paradoxical nightmare.
Oh God.
My character, by nature, is a cynic, so I'm cynical. If you are a specialist, you have to take optimistic.
Mhm.
So I have both.
Okay, so the thing is, you can be an optimistic cynic. These things are not
guess.
like because you can be cynically optimistic or optimistically cynical. You know, you kind of want to see the upside, but you are aware of the reality or of the
Okay.
most negative potential outcome. So it's kind of like a fun little. I want it to be like this, and I hope it's like that, but it's probably gonna be like that.
Alright. Just wanted to make sure.
I mean, I'm just trying to remember what the hell optimistic even actually does. Let's look at the book. Here we go. Specialist. Optimism. What do optimism actually do? Because I don't think it like. Where's the optimism? You can form a rousing speech for your Nakama. You know what? I think that actually kind of works because in my, it's very much like it's kind of like we can play on the trope. So instead of it being like the stereotypical "we're your friends," you can be like, "you're probably gonna die." So you know what? If you're gonna die, like go out looking
Die
fucking
cool.
cool.
Alright.
I think it's a really interesting dynamic. We should try and find a way to play into it more if we can, because that's fucking dope. Alright. So, the party split. We have Investigation, which is Merc and Iris. And we have Mine Diving with Zor, Maggie, and Jimmy. Which group...
Spelunking.
Spelunking. Which group would like to go first?
Talkers can go first if they want to.
I was about to say you guys can go first.
Talkers go first.
All right,
Bro.
sure.
Yeah,
we'll do us
first. You can go first.
You're more charismatic than me, right? You have a positive, not a negative.
Not Maggie. No.
No,
Iris?
Iris.
Iris
Oh, yeah.
is not charismatic. Because he's been every time he gets into an awkward situation, he just brainwashes the other person. So
I
he's
don't
never
think we actually have. Hang on.
He's
Everyone, what
never
is your
actually
charisma?
had to learn how to talk to people.
Everyone
My
in the
charisma's
party.
9.
8.
9.
9.
See, Data's
Zor's
Data's
what? 13, 14?
charisma
What?
is 7.
Charisma.
It's now 17.
Oh,
Yeah.
Data. Okay,
Data's
so yeah,
charisma is
Zor has the
17.
good charisma.
I like the idea of Zor's charisma is just because Zor's basically a fucking himbo. He's just big and kind and nice, but not too bright. Like,
See, Chum
And,
is
and the thing
16.
is, I'm going down the intimidation route for everything.
Chum is a 16. We don't have.
Of course, though. Our two talkers, our two main talkers are gone, and the other one is going off exploring with Maggie.
look, this is fine.
Fine.
All right.
Iris will
Perfect.
do what he always does and just brainwash everyone he meets.
Okay, Team Talkers.
That can't have any horrible repercussions.
Where would you like to go? What would you like to go and find
Not if
out?
they don't remember.
What is the plan of action?
Well, let's see. There's a place called the Smokestacks. They probably need lots of flammable materials. I can only assume that Mochek would have someone here that he's in contact with. Refined phosphor would be very good for powering such a large machine. Wouldn't even have to ignite it. You just kind of let it sit there, do its thing. So, there must be some kind of black market. Theoretically.
I mean, I don't
So
think
you
there'd
wanna
be a
find a
black
merchant?
market. It's a known thing that Neuchok deals with this island.
Oh, well, I guess in that case. Who sells the best phosphorus in town?
I assume you're asking Boomer
Someone
this?
that's
Like Boomer-
around.
You're asking Boomer the 27th this before he goes off with the others?
Yes.
Yeah.
He just gives a flippant gesture to everyone.
You all sell the exact same quality of product.
Well, you know, it depends on what people dig up. That's really how it goes there.
None of you are notably better at anything than anyone else.
I mean, I suppose if you really wanted to, you could, maybe you could go and try and talking to people, in and around the marketplace or hit up one of the taverns. There's probably people in there trying to, like, up themselves that, we don't really trade too much with each other, aside from, like, because it's more about what we can do with it, because we can all have access to it. So, it's no good.
Who makes stuff that is made to explode? Because you said you basically use it for everything because it's available. Who uses it specifically what nature intended for, and that is to explode? Who makes bombs out of it? Who makes smoke grenades? Who makes C4 charges?
Those would be, these very defined and well-rounded characters who I'm not just making up off the top of my head right here. So those would be Explodey, Smokey, and C4.
Oh my god. And where would they be?
Or
Or are they mining currently?
Okay, so let's actually try and expand these a little bit. I do like the idea that there is literally like a mining company called Explodies and one called Smokies and stuff like that. They'd probably form more as like family units or small companies and each trying to like claim areas of mining for themselves.
Explodey and Son.
So they're mafias.
Yeah, you know what? We could go with like a mafia-esque aesthetic for this, so it's kind of like claiming territories over the mines. So there's probably a lot of interpersonal conflict, because bear in mind, there are different types of phosphorus. Like, in this world, the only ones I know are red and white phosphorus. Like, in the real world, I'm sure there's more. But this is One Piece. We can go fantasy. We can make it up. There's green phosphorus that unleashes, like, noxious fumes. There's gold phosphorus that burns 12 times brighter, but for only half the amount of time. I don't know. We can probably
It's thermite. Gold phosphorus is just straight up thermite.
Probably. Why the fuck not? Like, we can just make more stuff up. I do not currently have a list. So what do we think would be some like cool properties that would be interesting?
Blue phosphorus. It's like phosphorus, but it's cold.
Oh, like negative X, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. See, in my mind, when you said blue phosphorus, I thought that'd be quite interesting to be like the opposite of phosphorus, so it only burns when it's in water.
Oh, that'd be interesting, actually.
Ooh, and Jestran, thank you for the follow, whoever you are. It's wonderful to see you. So I mean, I like the idea of a cold fire. White phosphorus exists, and that's for standard, so we couldn't do white for ice. I don't know. We'll figure stuff out. But like, I just like the idea of it being different kind of stuff. So there will be a cold one. I don't know how something burns cold, but
that actually is, of all of the things that you were saying, something burning cold is the least fantastical.
So how does that work? Because I don't know.
Basically, it just undergoes a chemical reaction that requires energy. So it has to steal energy from its environment.
Yep.
In order to make that reaction
endothermic
happen.
Okay.
endothermic reaction. but
Yeah.
yet it somehow still produces flame and light.
Yeah, basically, the only idea is that it's basically an extremely forceful reaction that wants to happen so much that it forces itself to happen. Normally, a reaction that has to steal energy like that will just like kind of sputter out because it won't find its energy, and you'll have to like feed it energy. But and especially one that's going to produce light and. Yeah, it's going to produce light and sound like a firewood. Will probably just sputter out because it's going to require a bunch of energy to be fed to it. And it's not going to be able to like actively steal energy like we're describing. But yeah, so it requires a bit of fantastical magic, but I mean, this world obviously is capable of that.
Okay, so... Alright, I think I know how we could make this work. I don't want to like lean in and go straight away to like black phosphorus, to be a perfect contrast to white phosphorus, but we'll maybe think of something. But like, the idea in my mind... Actually, you know what? This works fucking perfectly, because this would also then explain what this black shit is that they're smearing all over stuff. I like the idea that what this does is it basically just steals the fire away from other things, and then it doesn't actively burn. It's basically like a way to put out fires. But then I suppose there would be a way to make it ignite and use up all of the stored energy it's taken in.
That is the perfect item for Iris, actually, because that means this thing has like near limitless. It's been absorbing fire for so much. That means it has a ton of heat potential.
But it needs a very power. I do like, actually, yes, this is how it works. And this is exactly the black stuff they smear all over everything. So what it does is this has a very, very high ignition point. And so it almost never actually ignites. But when it does, all the heat it has ever come in contact with is released in an instant.
Jesus Christ, that's dangerous.
Super dangerous. When I say high ignition point, as in like so high without the assistance of some hardcore science or magic, you ain't achieving it on Earth unless you happen to have like a sun, like a miniature sun you keep kicking around. So basically, it's a weapon only Iris can make use of. Oh dear. Alright, so there's that. That's one bit of information. So that is some very interesting phosphorus. What other interesting things would you like to learn about if you're asking what can these people all do? Or what products they find? We will say that the black phosphorus, we will say that is made, well not made, it is mined exclusively by... What family should we say gets this?
What does it do? Is it the endothermic one?
Yeah, it's the one we're saying, like, takes heat and puts out fires, but if its ignition point is ever reached, it explodes with all of its stolen energy. So it's like super explosive, just hard to get going. And puts everything else out. So what family do we think should have that? What's a good name for a family here? And what should their vibe and aesthetic be?
The Isoles.
The Firecrackers.
Oh my god, no, they're not family names, they're fucking guilds, so they've all got really dumb names. I just like the idea of a bunch of people calling themselves the Firecrackers. And they're all there...
thinking because it's only fire whenever it cracks.
Yeah, I like that actually. So, these people, they're all dressed in like high... they're all dressed like fucking pyros from Team Fortress 2.
Please tell me they can at least fucking talk. They don't just talk like.
They can talk, but a lot of the time they forget to take their masks off. So it comes out like until someone reminds them to take their mask off. They've learned to communicate with
the like hello.
they have learned to communicate with each other through the masks. So they often forget. So their version of mining is they literally walk into the mine, get a flamethrower, and start burning stuff away. And the moment their fire starts to go out, they go, found it.
Oh god, imagine.
Oh, good.
Imagine being
Where do they
kidnapped
find a
by
vein that's
them.
not black phosphorus?
Imagine being kidnapped by them, and you're just like, what are they saying? And they just turn to you and just synchronized.
Well, it's because phosphorus isn't actually. It's highly flammable. It's not actually explosive.
Yeah. Thus why they wear high fire retardant materials. Fireproof? Whatever the correct term is, that one.
No, you got it right the first time.
I was, yes.
It's like fire retardant. It basically means it puts it out, or it can't.
No, just resist
That's
it.
Yeah.
You know what? This is why Google exists.
Yeah.
Again, you got it right the first time. You're good.
But yeah, so I guess Iris is gonna look for someone. Yeah, he's gonna look for the firecrackers then.
Alright, yeah.
Because he wants some black phosphorus, because...
Okay.
Again, you
So,
lost lead. We're tracking someone.
so that is your first port of call. Mainly because it's the first one we explained. You know what? You go and find a few. They're sat around. They've got like a small table. They're sat around, playing cards with each other. And it looks like there's a small disagreement. One stands up and flips his table. And one kind of shrugs while sat down, going.
Does this just turn into fucking chowder? Rada rada. Rada rada rada.
Iris turns to Merc. Can you understand this?
No. Fellas?
In unison, they both turn their heads and go.
Can you take the mask off, maybe? I'm sorry, I can't understand.
There's a pause. There's a... For the pure manga gag aesthetic, there is a visible, like, ellipses forming above their heads, like, dot, dot, dot. I go, "Wow." And they each, like, the masks don't, like, pull off the top of their face. They're kind of, like, on hinges that open for side, like a little doorway. So...
The Darth Vader
They
hiss.
look like they're wearing, like, giant stovetop helmets.
Yeah, and
Like
there's little...
old-fashioned style stove.
And there's a little thing hinges off to the side like a little doorway, and they both have got really normal, like their faces look very smushed in. So it's like the faces have been smushed in. So, like, yeah, what do you want?
We want to know if any of you had black phosphorus for sale, and B, we want to know if you knew anything about a guy named Noichak.
Do you want to roll? Is it insight or sense motive in this game?
Sense motive. Or... Yeah, it's sense motive. I have it favored.
Yeah, because you see these two people. They shoot each other a look. And it's very convenient you ask them to lift their mask, because you wouldn't actually notice this, but you see them shoot each other a look, and they kind of like hold it for a second. And then they kind of look back to you. And they look back to each other. Like,
Oh,
wow, and that one for IRS.
But a 19 for Merc.
But a 19 for Merc. Merc, that question immediately has thrown these people off. There's something a little sus going on. Just
I was just there like, they seem trustworthy.
And you see them, they very slowly, like, pack up their cards, and, like, one of them goes to, like,
These
pick
serial
up
killer
their...
people look good.
Like, go to pick up, like, their mining equipment. It's just a flamethrower. You go, no, we don't got nothing for sale. And we never heard of Noikok. No cock. Never heard of him. Nope, never.
Oh,
If he ever
I can
heard that,
understand-
he
I
would
can
raise his
understand.
village to the ground.
I can understand that you wouldn't know who that is. I meant Noichak.
Didn't hear of him neither, buddy.
Oh,
I-
that's too bad.
Oh, scram! Well, actually, no, we're gonna scram! You hear? Yeah! And they start trying to walk away.
You're being very suspicious about this, so I just want to know.
You're being suspicious! Yeah!
Don't you want, like, to sell your stuff?
No! Not to
What are you
you!
gonna do with it?
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
Weather boy? That's a new one. I've heard a lot of insults in my time. Weather boy is a new one.
Sorry, that is just such a terrible meme that's stuck in my brain.
Iris is like, I don't. What's going on here, Cap?
You think I know? Well, for one, they're being very suspicious about this. And this is in character, they can hear me. Just, they clearly know something, and they don't want us to know, and for some reason they don't want us to have their phosphorus.
The moment you say they're both being suspicious, it will cut over to the two of them kind of doing that very anime, hands behind back, eyes upwards, mouth elongated whistle.
Sidestepping.
Iris is gonna stare at him again. I don't know.
Seems pretty trustworthy to me.
I don't know. Look,
Yeah, so does that man in the alley who wants to sell me a kidney.
hold on.
With
Hey.
the free
That guy definitely doesn't want to sell you a kidney.
There's this dude who clears his head out the alleyway with a scalpel. Goes, eh?
Polar fucking opposites on these rolls.
Get out of here, old man, or I'll run you out of town.
Alright. He lifts his hand and goes, whoop, and just runs away. Alright, we by the way, we now have a new recurring character. He's gonna come back.
Don't matter.
We have a recurring character of the old man in the alley who sells us organs?
Yeah, he's gonna come back now. As he just runs off going, whoop.
But, yeah, no, I
one
don't-
of us.
I think that was Noichak.
Wait,
If
Nick,
that was Noichak, I would know. I got an attribute on my sense motive.
Nick.
One of us get injured in a major
Well,
battle
actually-
and go like, well, we just need this one part, and the old man comes out from our ship, just well.
Actually,
Look
you
how
would
down
know-
Down from the fucking crow's nest.
Nick,
you would know it was Noichak because we don't know what he looks like exactly.
Yeah.
Nick.
Downy posters.
What if this guy in the
Have we-
alleyway
have we
is how
seen
you got your
anybody?
medical license?
Hot dog.
Dear God.
And all along, the guy selling us a kidney was Hotbot Senior. All along.
No, not again.
It's Hotbot Senior.
Okay,
Or-
let's try and pull ourselves back to something. Alright.
Iris will, I mean, that guy definitely not trustworthy. Those two, I mean, they seem alright to me.
What are you smoking? They're clearly hiding something.
I mean,
Yeah.
I can.
You're hiding something, buddy! Yeah!
Okay, yes, I agree. I am hiding something because I'm not sure how you would react to it.
Okay,
But
wait.
meanwhile, you have information I want, but you are being very suspicious about it.
God, I wish I was there now.
Ooh, hey, can one of you come over here really quick?
Do you want to roll persuasion?
Yeah.
With your terrible charisma.
Yeah. I don't even have persuasion as an option.
So you can literally roll it with a -1, and that's it.
Oh,
Alright.
that'd be interesting.
I don't have persuasion either.
Oh, yes.
So, a 9. This guy, one of them, we'll call them Jim 1 and Jim 2.
Okay, I'm on board.
Just because they don't deserve real names just yet. Well, they'll get real names eventually. But Jim 1 and Jim 2 kind of look at each other.
Generic pirate.
I was saying call them Jim Wan and Jim Twa. What's their names?
So,
I know an insult I'm calling Jim Twa.
so
Weatherman?
Jim 1 kind of looks at you and goes, yeah? Wow, what you got over here, see? Yeah. And they'll kind of do a little shuffle over. They don't have great maneuverability in these suits, so every movement they make is kind of janky and stuttered, so it's kind of shuffling. There's this awful sound of like hard
How?
fabric, like pushing on each other, and you, with a nat one for your sleight of hand, what do? You just sticking your hand in their pocket and going, ha. He just looks at you like, yeah, that's my pocket. See, what are you doing in my pocket?
He was just gonna try to like tap him, but I guess he's just gonna slap him in the face.
Not having good luck today.
He just lifts up his flamethrower and goes, what do you think you're doing here? See?
Iris, we're trying to not be aggressive, remember?
Yeah, sorry about that, Cap.
Forgot your own strength?
Yeah, just for a moment there. But when he slaps him, he's going to use flare. He just wants to check something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
What's the word for it? It's
For what?
Flammability.
no. Maybe, you know what? I'm just gonna boost honesty. Now, if they don't have any, obviously they can resist it, but if they're just like straight up liars, like they don't have an honest bone in their body, it won't do anything.
Okay. So, these people are not straight up liars, and you're going to try and resist. What's your DC, like 15?
I think it's 16.
16. Alright, no, he does not resist it. It succeeds. So he's like, why'd you slap me? See, I didn't like any of that. You know, that hurt my feelings. And it kind of stung my face. It was, you know, might have put on his big bravado of being a big tough guy, see, but really, I'm a sensitive soul.
Wouldn't want my talk to hear about that, would you?
Oh no, it really sucked if our primary trading partner found out we were actually just a bunch of big old softies. Well, you know, we like to wear these big outfits to make us look spooky, but really we're all just scared little boys and girls.
I'm just gonna look at the other guy while this guy is spouting stuff.
Almost as bad as what would happen if they found out where you were keeping your black phosphorus, right?
Oh yeah, it'd be terrible if we found it hanging out just, you know, in a little box in the headquarters, see? You know, we make it seem like we keep it in some big secret hiding hole, but no, it's just over there in the building, and you know, people never find where it is because people don't have to walk into a building and like just, you know, look behind the second picture frame on the left-hand wall.
But at least those people don't know the last time Novichok was here, right?
Oh no, they never know. Novichok only came through here about, you know, a couple days ago, really.
Oh,
How often does he come through?
He passes through about once a month, give or take. Why am I telling you all this?
Oh
All right,
my
Cap,
God.
I think we're done here.
They just got all the fucking information.
We just got all the information we could ever possibly need.
It's okay. We're about to get all of the bombs we'll ever need.
Okay,
Perfect.
So, I just need to roll something for these two, because I want to find out how aggravated / how incensed they are. Okay, wow, I got a 16 on both of them. Alright, yeah, no.
They're both pissed.
Oh, yeah, they're both so enraged that they start their flamethrowers. You know, alright, looks like you found us out, see? Time to snuff you out like a candle. And they have not stopped to think how terrible of a night. They're wearing flame retardant clothing. It doesn't faze them.
Iris is gonna hold his hands over their flamethrowers. He's just gonna hold them there.
So what happens if they make an attack?
Then Iris will take fire damage, which he is immune to.
Yep. So they both bam, they go and they
You just
shoot.
hold your hands like cupped over the edges, so as it
Yeah.
goes, it like spouts back at them like a fucking cartoon whenever they bend the barrel.
Well, you don't
He
want it to
doesn't-
go out.
Yeah, it's still in the town, so.
Yeah, so this fire, like, it just basically, like, because you're covering the nozzle, and in my mind, I'm not 100% sure how flamethrowers work. I am not.
There's usually a pilot
do.
light.
Yeah,
I
so
do-
there's
I
like a
know
little... Shogun, how do flamethrowers work?
Technically, like a
I
gas
know
and
it's
a
not.
light.
It's not. They're a super soaker.
Yeah.
It depends. Sometimes they're a
They're
gas,
a-
in which case it just makes a big flame.
No, they're never a
or
gas.
it's a
No, they're not a
liquid.
gas. It's always a liquid. Gas
I guess-
is too dangerous.
Yeah, gas would have.
Gas doesn't travel far enough.
It also would run the risk of it
Also-
running back into it and exploding.
Yeah, it's always a liquid.
Okay.
That makes
And it
sense.
uses just like you said though, it uses the pilot light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just put your hand over these pilot lights, and they try and spray, and so your hands just get coated in flammable liquid, and your hands set on fire. But you're stopping it from going like on the ground, like what you like. So they just like pull it into your body as you just
Yeah,
slowly
I
get
guess
set
I-
on fire.
Yeah, I just get absorbed. I just absorb it and just like, hey.
I mean, actually, if you're immune to fire, what that would mean is you could just stick your hands on the pilot lights.
Yeah,
and
that's
just
what I'm
snuff
doing.
the pilot lights.
Yeah. So
which would cause them to go out.
yeah. So
Oh,
then. I just like the idea of him trying to set him on fire. It doesn't work, and then he puts the pilot lights out. Just stands there on fire as it slowly disappears, and these two, Jim 1 and Jim 2, just go, looks like we done dead fucked up, Jim 2. Damn right we did, Jim 1. Well, what are we gonna do about it? I don't know. Stab her!
If you say you have three options here, you have either continue to try what you're doing and failing at it, you can work with us and hopefully then
Not be arrested.
not be arrested, or you can go crying to Noychak, in which case we'll kick your ass on your way there.
Like, why would I be arrested? Who are you guys?
Marine Special Ops Group 69.
Jeez, it's the fuzz! Bucket, Jim 1! And they start trying to run away.
The door.
They start trying to run away, but their big outfits that they can't move very well in, it just creates this awful, like, like a waterproof jacket? You know, if you get it and you rub it against itself and it's the most disgusting noise in the world? It's just lots of that, and they just... Yeah, it's just this horrible scratching sound.
Okay, I was just gonna like zoom ahead of them because you can move at 80 feet around.
Yeah, these guys have a movement speed of like 15.
I'm just gonna like, I'm gonna block the door. So aren't we in a room?
You are out in a marketplace, but you could easily just stand in front of them and be like,
Yeah, we're
no.
just gonna stand and like, no, like what?
Wait, why stand in front of them? Just grab them, Mark.
Oh yeah, I guess
You could just grab their collars and they go,
You're a
"Whoop."
giant tentacle man. You could just grab them and
True.
lift them in the air.
I have 6 arms. I can just use 2 of them to hold them up, and then the other one's to point in their face, just like, listen here, you.
You know you have multiple arms, right? I do. Holy fuck, I do.
So-
These is forgetting their own shtick. Like me forgetting I have wings.
Okay, so
Right?
I love the the image, but you picked them up and they're still trying to walk away. Just they're just going, bucket, Jim! And Jess, you weren't here at the beginning of the session to get the intro. Mercurius is a giant squid fish person.
Yes, I am, and I totally forgot I was.
So I love the idea, because by giant as well, you're like 10 foot tall. So you lift them off the ground. They're still just trying to run away. There's noises going, and they eventually just stop. They just slowly stop trying to take steps and go.
I like the idea that in character you forgot as well.
It's like, oh wait, I'm huge and have 6 arms. Give me a second. Grab.
Wow, looks like we screwed the pooch here on this one, didn't we, Jim 1? Yeah, we sure did, Jim 2. Wonder what's gonna happen to us now.
Well, first you're going to get me some black phosphorus. Then after that, you're gonna tell me who else has dealings with Noychak and what they've been giving him. And we've both at this point in this negotiation, you know that even if you don't want to tell me, I can just make you, so it would be easier on your mental state if I didn't have to brainwash you to get the information.
Huh? You hear that, Jim 1? Well, this person's threatening to wash you. You've not had a bath in like 2 years. You're damn right, Jim 2. We don't like that at all. Alright, we should do as he says.
And mind you, we aren't just gonna take your stuff. We will trade you for it. We aren't pirates.
We are? Never mind.
Huh? See, here I was thinking that as a Marine, you'd just, claim it. Say it's, claim it as evidence, because technically this is all dealings.
Government subsidy or whatever the hell you want to call it. Eminent domain. Nah. We're Marines, but we're also special ops groups. We follow different rules.
I was just gonna assume, but because we just admitted that we technically deal with a warlord, and therefore you technically have jurisdiction over it. Isn't that correct? Although technically the warlord shouldn't be allowed it, because black phosphorus is, it's kind of a no-no.
Information to us?
We could, but I'm not going to. I'm captain of the crew, and we're not just gonna take.
Moral check that Iris has seen, and he's now very confused because 2 days ago at Cliffside.
Yes, I know, and remember he had a flip out moment immediately after saying it, and was just like, "What the fuck is wrong with me?"
It's like, well, if we're not just going to commandeer the black phosphorus, I guess we can trade you for it.
Alright. So they will point you in the direction of where their headquarters is. I don't have a design in mind for this aesthetically, so you know what? The building is in the shape of one of their masks. It's big, it's dumb looking. You step inside, there's like 12 other people in there, all dressed the same, all going...
I like to imagine the door is just like their face mask, the giant mask face on a hinge.
Yeah, 100%. And it just kind of swings open, you get inside, and I assume immediately you just go over to the second painting on the left-hand wall and open it, and there's just a huge depository. In fact, you know what? As you move the second painting, it's an entire doorway, and you look inside, and it is an entire basement just filled with black phosphorus ground down into dust.
Solid.
So essentially gunpowder.
Well, it's like anti-gunpowder, because you use this to put out fires.
Yeah.
And Gem 1 will just chiming up. Well, and as for trading, you know what? You definitely have something I very much like.
What?
Is it burn cell for whenever you forget to put on your fire retardant gear?
Oh no, it's silence. Please don't tell anybody we were doing any of this, and please don't hurt me. I would like that.
Well, that was one of the three options. Remember, work with us, and we don't beat you. You're working with us.
Looks like we're on the same wavelength, Chief. I don't like it. I don't like it a lot.
Wave lemon.
We're saying wave lemon. That's the phrase, right?
And it's wavelength, but whatever. I'll take wave lemon. And the silence, of course, works both ways. We don't know how well most of this island feels about Marines yet, or how much they even know about Marines.
Honestly, the only thing I know about Marines, and this goes for most people, at least that I'm aware of, is what we hear from Novichok. Whenever Novichok rolls into town, he comes around telling us.
So it's very biased to be negative towards us.
Yeah. As learning all your information from a singular source always would be. But he always comes in, he always kind of does this whole... hang on, let me get the voice here. So... if Marines ever show up here, you must never interact with them. They are the devil. They are here to destroy you and your families. Yeah, that's all very intimidating and scary, but he makes a very valid point.
Well, I can kind of get where he's coming from. Like, we are intimidating, but at the same time, we would never come and take you and your destroy you and your families.
Yeah.
That seems to be a unique property of your unit, Cap. No offense.
Yeah, maybe so. But also, if you don't do anything that warrants destruction, they aren't just gonna destroy you out of nowhere.
Actually...
Let's jump cut to somewhere in the world where a Buster Call is currently taking place.
Shut up. I mean, isn't that usually because there's a fucking pirate lord somewhere?
No! Usually it's just because the world government doesn't like them, or they didn't pay their taxes.
Okay.
Well, then fucking pay your taxes.
Well...
So... Yeah, the examples of a Buster Call being used in the series, and this is including the expanded series. One, a bunch of archaeologists learned some stuff, so fuck that island. Two, the button was pressed by accident, and so...
One singular button? It's not like you have two keys that are too far apart for most people. So
Nope!
Oh my god!
So the button was pressed by accident, after it was being used as a threat, so we could get this one person who knew something, and then in a film, because fuck those pirates having fun. We'll bomb them.
See, okay, so One Piece as Marines are total ass bags.
Yes.
And remember this. This is the reason why Merc joined the Marines, is because he's trying to fucking fix it.
Yeah, but Iris is like new, and he's just like, yeah, I don't know about that one, Cap. They might normally.
Okay, well, yes, we're different, but right now, as it is, we're the only Marines you've ever seen. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
you're
we're trying
right
to
there,
set a good
Jack.
example.
Technically, I'm not a Marine.
All right, so
Technically, he's a contracted bounty hunter, but
well,
he's under my flag for now.
I suppose we should be getting around to wrapping up this whole scene here. So why don't you offer me something for trade, and we'll call it square.
I mean, I have tons upon tons of berries.
If you give me literally anything, I can turn them into mining charges.
Wait, what? You got berries? What, like strawberries and apple berries and lemon berries?
You want
Currency, but
sure.
Yeah, remember, money doesn't work on this planet.
right, because Bardic hates using currency.
You got currant seeds? I love currants. They go great in cake.
Well, that's what if you give me anything, I can turn them into mining charges.
Jim 1 and Jim 2 just kind of look at each other and go, alright. Or just hand you a bunch of... Actually, we don't hand you rocks. They hand you, like, a bunch of spanners. Just random tools.
Don't you, like, need these, though?
Yeah, we got lots of them.
Alright. I'll need a fire source.
You just lit the flamethrowers. Like, you know what? All 15 people in a room all turn and they spray their flamethrowers at a single point.
Excellent.
And I'm a doctor. Does anyone need services right now?
No, we're pretty good here, see?
In that case, then I'll just set these on the ground, and whoever needs them can have them.
Right.
To
So
which
while
I just set down some regeneration potions.
While those dealings are going down, do we want to swap to the mine?
That is
Yeah.
exactly what we will do. So, but we will also go and take like a quick 5-minute break. So, end of that scene there. I don't know what an appropriate like measurement would be. So I don't know. 1 bag of black phosphorus, 1 barrel of black phosphorus.
I mean, a barrel should be fine. It's
Yeah.
mostly just... I'm looking more for rocks rather than powder.
I mean, you know what? They will give you like they'll give you a barrel of a powder, and then they will give you
A bag of the rocks. That makes sense.
well, instead of a bag, it's going to be like a small case that has 6 fist-sized rocks, which collectively you could probably grind those 6 into maybe a barrel's worth of powder, but as a pure condensed rock, it's not as good at absorbing the heat because you can't spread it as thin.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can make it go boom, it go real big boom.
Nice. Excellent.
Alrighty. So we will take a quick 5-minute break. And
I
then...
still have one of those in his hand at all times, just charging it slowly.
Oh god. And then we'll be back, and we can see what's going on down in the mines. So, let me chuck
See y'all
it on over
soon.
to a break screen. Alright, we are back. So, we're going to jump on over to the mines, where Zor, Jimmy, and Maggie are hanging out with Boomer, as Boomer kind of walks into the mines. You reach this large mountain. It's the largest looking mountain. It's got a very official, like, solid structure built at the front of it. You can see there's some smaller ones with different tunnels, and you notice each of the tunnels kind of has like a little marking. So one tunnel far off over to the left kind of like has a little picture of one of those gas masks. It's like that is their tunnel. This main one isn't claimed by anybody. This is kind of like the universal one that everyone can use. But the deeper in you go, it probably is going to splinter off. So, we'll start with Boomer, who, as he arrives, he just kind of waves at people on the And it's standing outside. And, oh, hello there, hi there, hello there. We got some new friends. We're just gonna like bring them on in, and they're gonna have a little nosy round. See? Yeah, it's gonna be great. And you head on into the mines. You see that there is a lot of these barrels with black powder in. All throughout the mines, you go in, and it is a huge operation. There's ladders going up to higher levels. There's stairways going down to lower levels. This is multi-layered catacomb. It's almost like an ant's nest of just tunnels all going off. And you do start to notice that tunnels start to have like different tinges of coloration to them. So as you go in, there's one tunnel that starting to look a little bit reddish. One tunnel starts to look a little greenish. One tunnel starts to look bluish as it starts to like go down a little bit. And so they're all going different directions, all doing different things. And you see people with they're all wearing kind of uniforms that are vaguely color coordinated to the pathways they're going down. Does anybody have any question or anything they would like to do in character at this point? Or are you just kind of walking, looking at all the tunnels?
Well, I think that we aren't super picky. We'd like just a good sampling of everything.
Oh, okay, well, that's pretty convenient because we can get right to this point here. And, we call it the opening of 5. And so what that whole deal is, and he kind of gestures to 5 separate tunnels. There is a white tunnel, a blue tunnel, a green tunnel, a red tunnel, and a black tunnel. Red, white, blue, green, black. Yeah, that's 5. I can count! Yes! And so these are where, this is just where we started to notice all the differences take place, eh? And so they all kind of do their own little different things, He puts on a very large leather glove and just reaches over to the white tunnel and just breaks off a bit of rock. The rock has like a slight dusting of like soot and powder over it. And goes, well, so what? This is the standard phosphorus A. So basically, what it does, he gets it and he just kind of like rubs some of the dust off and then throws it, and then kind of like looks away. And the moment the dust comes off and you can see a little bit of white stone, it just immediately catches fire.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just the standard. Yeah, that's just, phosphorus. It just kind of goes, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, I'm sure there's like we use it for all kinds of things. We, so long as you can keep it away from, the air, it does a pretty good job of, not killing you. Or not setting on fire. It's pretty cool. And, this next one along here is the black one. You probably will have seen this all around the town as well. And this one is kind of the opposite. And he just kind of breaks off a little bit of it, crumbles the dust, and throws the dust over onto the flaming white rock, and it immediately gets extinguished. Just whoosh. It kind of just puts out the fires. There's people talking about, if it is exposed to too much, it'll make a big fire, but we've never had that happen. Well, maybe over time it recovers its ability to absorb fire. I don't know. I've never really had to think about it too much, to be perfectly honest. It's just a whole thing. This next one along this blue one, he breaks off a rock. And he lifts up. For some reason he's just carrying a glass of water. At all times, just a glass of water. And he just drops the little blue rock in the water, and it just immediately goes, creates a big fire in the water until all the water evaporates off of it, and it puts itself out the moment it is no longer embedded in water. I don't know how it's useful, but it can burn in the water, which is kind of unique and pretty cool. I'm sure somebody has use for that. And then right here, this one breaks off some greens. So this one's a little unique, as in, unlike the others, this one, it doesn't really react to the air. What it does do, they don't happen to have any acid on them. Like anything acidic?
Let me double check.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh wait, yes, you do. Like lots.
Yeah. So, one second here. And he kind of lifts up. He wraps his like cloak around his face, and it's a very small. Like when I say small, as in no bigger than a die, like a D6. And he kind of pops it down. And goes, "Oh, just give that a little spray, and let me just cover all this up." And covers his face up. Just chuck some acid on there.
Alright, I take one of my small containers that I store with my own acid. I just open it up and I just pour it on.
Yeah. So as that happens, a little green smoke begins to flare up off of it, and as that happens, that smoke starts to fill a smallish square. We'll just say it's going to fill a 5-foot cube. So it just feels like a small 5-foot cube with this thick, noxious gas. That then, after about 12, between 6 and 24 seconds, all of that like thick green smoke sets on fire in an instant, and then disappears.
Very nice.
And then I need to do a Googling, because I actually don't know what red phosphorus does in the real world. I just know it exists. So, diddle-do, it does that. It's non-credited. Time to do a reading. Oh, I don't want to go to school. So it's P4. Okay. Reading. I really should have read up on this beforehand. Oh, cool. Yeah, cool. Alright. So, he breaks off some of the red phosphorus and goes, and so this one is actually pretty useful because it's basically the white one, except you can ignite it and it goes on its own. It doesn't just go in the air. You know like your little matchsticks there? Like, that's red phosphorus. That's what this is. So it'll set on fire if you just ignite it. If you just strike it against something, make a little spark, boom, fire.
Very useful. I take out my thingy for communicating, whatever they're called.
Den Mushi?
Yes, that thing. And try and communicate with the captain. Captain, you there?
Is Nick back yet? Nick is not back yet.
Nick is not back there. In that
All
case,
you hear is static.
Iris, are you there?
Yes, what's up?
What is the situation?
Oh, are we on comms?
Yes.
I don't think Iris has ever used the comms before, so he's... What do you mean?
We're about to make a purchase of lots of phosphorus.
Excellent. I have all the information that I need from this place, so ready to roll
very
out.
well. They appear to have 5 different types of phosphorus with varying levels of utility.
Interesting. Do we need trading materials?
No, I have all the trading materials necessary, but I will probably be buying a large amount of the black phosphorus, since it'll be generally useful for putting out any fires caused by any of the other kinds, and probably less of the blue phosphorus, since it's probably not going to be that useful.
Actually, I guess you probably don't need too much, but we could see about making some underwater projectiles.
It could be used as a weapon against other ships, potentially, but yeah.
Okay.
Now I'm back.
Alright.
I mean, let's see. Yes.
Oh yeah, so I'm communicating with Den and Mushi to the captain and Iris. saying that I'm about to broker a deal.
For what?
I
For what?
currently
For-
have.
For red phosphorus?
Yeah, well, for a bunch of phosphorus, all kinds.
Okay.
So saying that I'm probably going to get extra black phosphorus because that stuff seems generally useful for putting out fires made by the other kinds that I'm about to purchase. The white stuff is of course very volatile but useful. The red stuff is more stable and thus useful. The blue stuff is less useful but will be useful in once we get off this island. I think we could use it as a cannon. We could put it in our cannons and use it against other ships. And the green stuff will be useful for Jimmy.
Okay. I was not here for the description of all of what the things do.
Yeah, don't
So
worry
I'll
about
just
it.
take your word for it, since you're the one who's probably going to be messing with it anyway.
Yes.
So, I mean, I can give you the shorthand of the note. So basically, white phosphorus is just phosphorus. It just ignites on contact with air. Red phosphorus is a real thing that exists. It's just phosphorus, but it doesn't set on fire in the air. Matchsticks.
It's literally just the stuff on the end of matchsticks.
Yeah, that's red phosphorus. So you spark it and it fires. It goes whoosh. Blue phosphorus ignites while submerged in liquid. Green phosphorus, it kind of emits a thick, noxious gas for between 6 and 24 seconds, and then all that gas ignites.
Oh.
After it has been exposed to something acidic.
Oh,
Like Jimmy.
that is useful for Jimmy. Yeah.
And obviously black phosphorus is the
Yes.
counter. It goes black phosphorus is the nope.
Excellent.
So
If
black,
you-
white, green, blue, red?
Yeah.
What's that, Iris?
Okay.
Let's see. I have a barrel and some black phosphorus rocks. If you can get more unpowdered black phosphorus, I know this town doesn't make a whole bunch of those, but if
I
you can
have the
find
capacity to powder black phosphorus, so unprocessed will be useful. I understand. All right. Yes, we are ready to make our deal, Mr. Boom.
Boomer. The name's Boomer. Okay. So, obviously, all of these mines are not technically my property, but you know, I'm in charge here. Everyone has to say okay, Boomer, whenever I say things. So, with that, I can kind of make requisitions on behalf of the different organizations. So,
Broker the deal.
yeah, basically. So, you got the stuff. You got the thing that makes the fire go nope. Well, how much do I offer you? How much do I give you?
I'd like a crate of it, but we only want unprocessed stones.
Yeah, we can get a hold of them. In fact, that's pretty easy. Let me just ring the bells. And you know what? Each one of these mines have all got like a single bell, and he kind of runs between each one and rings it, and it makes a fairly enjoyable sound. In fact, he gets a little carried away and starts doing a little song with them.
Like the Hershey Kiss commercial?
I don't know what that is.
Wait. Does someone replace? Because if everything in this town is made out of phosphorus, right?
Yeah.
And the black phosphorus has a point. Doesn't that mean that eventually
Anything
There'll
made
be
out of
so
black
much-
phosphorus, it'll...
there will be so much energy stored in the black phosphorus that it'll set off a chain reaction that will blow the whole town up?
Supposedly it dissipates slowly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like it because they've never really had black phosphorus ignite, it's kind of assumed that they probably like just regain their ability to absorb over time. So that's the assumption. No one fucking knows. Because no one has really sat there and gone, alright, I'm gonna set this shit on fire.
See how long it takes.
The blue phosphorus I would like 10 individual stones of it, of high density stones of it, each individual stone being at least 10 inches in diameter.
So, after Boomer has finished ringing all the bells, I like the image of, like, 5 people all showing up. And you know what? I like the aesthetic. This is what the miners wear. They all wear, like, the pyro-like thing from Team Fortress 2, except in a different color, and with, like, a vague thing added onto them. So, the blue one has got a scuba tank and big flippers on. The green one...
What does the blue do again?
Ignites in water.
It ignites in water.
Yeah. So it specifically makes fire underwater. Or submerged in liquid.
The reason I want big chunks of it is I want to make cannonballs out of it.
Ooh.
The red... Like, I don't know what the individual characteristics of these people... They look like some really funky knockoff Power Rangers when they all show up. That's the image in my mind. As they all show up, and each one of them, they open their mask in a different way. So one, like, flips up, one they pull it down, one opens to the side.
Off.
Yeah. One, the mask slides apart like automatic doors. But all their faces, all of them, look super smushed into these suits. Cause I just like that aesthetic. They're all, like, very smushed faces as they engage in negotiations. So you want 10 of the refined, like 10 of the unrefined blue crystal, like blue phosphorus, in what size did you say? 10-inch diameter?
Yeah, just big chunks of it that I can basically, like, the goal is for me to then smooth them down into cannonballs.
I mean, you probably could just create thin layers and coat regular cannonballs, and then the cannonballs would be on fire underwater instead of the whole thing. So that'd be... Like, theoretically.
That's... Oh, okay. Yeah.
Instead of just firing the whole fucking rock.
In that case, then I'll take a small crate of powder.
Yeah.
Of blue.
Yep, that is agreeable.
The red stuff, I'll take like a big barrel of that stuff. That's just useful.
Yeah, the red is the most one of the most plentiful. So, do you want that powdered? Do you want that cut into bricks? Do you want the red is the stuff they can do the most with. The black.
I'll take big bricks of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I can powder it or whatever if I need to. Yeah, big bricks of it is good.
Yeah. So they just cut you. Oh god.
Oh, who dropped that?
Okay. Ren did. He said he's gonna swap to his phone.
All right.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. So yeah, they can give you like a stack of like 100 bricks. You know, these are like house bricks, like building bricks. So
Nice.
probably about the size of like a gold bar or something.
Awesome. Yes. The white phosphorus, I would like a contained like tank of it.
Yeah, they provide when they provide the white phosphorus, that comes in a tank of water to stop it setting on fire.
Yeah.
And do you want that in individual stones? Do you want that like as broken down as possible?
Yeah, let's have it in like individual little beads, I guess, so that I can separate them off and use them as needed.
Yeah, so they can get that. So you've got like this quite large like water barrel filled with phosphorus.
Cool. Then what was the last one? Oh, green. Yeah. And green. Yeah, let's have it in those little cubes that they had. Those seems a convenient size.
Yeah.
Let's have a crate of those.
Oh god, a crate of D6s. Yikes!
I'm thinking like a large cigar crate.
Okay, I actually have the perfect thing for size reference here. You won't be able to see it unless you're looking at the stream, but it is basically like a small cigar box type size. So it's like a jewelry box type thing.
Yeah. Sorry, that's more what I meant.
Yeah.
And I am looking at the stream again, so.
So that is that. And just to answer a question from a chat there from Jestran, because I totally forgot to mention this throughout the stream because I'm bad at it. This is the One Piece tabletop role-playing game. It was made by someone who called themselves Bad Karma Games. They no longer exist. You cannot find them, but you can find this. It is heavily based on Dungeons & Dragons 3.5 edition slash Pathfinder slash D20 system slash GURPS. So it's so there's a lot of homebrewed rules and but it's basically an adaptation of that mid 2000s generic role like D20 system. It does have a book, well a PDF. It's free. You can find it. You can play it.
It's less broken than when we played Pokemon.
Oh god, so much less broken than that. Like a lot
where the frickin' trainers got their own powers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
That shit was ridiculous.
And could phase through walls and stuff.
so
You had teleport, didn't you?
yeah, like D20 systems.
Yes.
D20 systems are notoriously easy to break because there is so much numbers. And if you can look at those numbers and you go, I understand
I
it.
can combine these.
Yeah. Like, if you don't know what you're doing, then you just kind of go, oh, I do the thing. But the moment someone looks at it and goes, I know math. Then you just lean into it and go, fuck it.
Oh yeah.
Crazy over the top wildness.
Why don't
Rin
we
and
just
Shogun
have
here,
Maggie
that's exactly
roll
what they do.
Let's just have Maggie roll an attack real
Yeah.
fast.
So
Let's just
hover over her number too, and it pops up so you can show stream what exactly the
yeah.
calculations
100% will.
Yep.
Alright, so that is a...
I
That
rolled
was
a
a
2.
2 on the die.
So, just to read what that says, Maggie rolled a 31 to hit. On the D20, that is plus 3, plus 8, plus 18. Now, where do the 3 and the 8 come from? The 3 and the 8, that is your stat and your ranks in ranged weapon attack, correct?
Yep.
Now explain where the 18 comes from.
Mostly from lock on.
Mm-hmm. Which is
what, plus 10?
Which is a thing you can do at level 1.
Yep. The other part comes from the boost from specialization, point blank shot, and
Take aim, isn't that a thing?
and also take aim. Yes, because you can lock on and take aim.
Yeah.
Which both give pluses to hit.
And bear in mind, we are level 5.
Oh yes, and also once per day I can do seeker ammo, which is a guaranteed hit. I can't miss.
Yeah, it's ludicrous. But if you lean into it, and if you're on the DM side, you have to make all the devil fruits yourself and come up with like feats for them.
Oh yeah,
you can just fully lean into the ridiculous, which is a lot of fun, and that's what we're doing.
I'm a skunk. That should say enough.
Oh yeah, just a bit broken, my friend. Yeah, it's quite broken.
On the whole, yes, the game is broken. But if you lean into how broken it is and go, wait, One Piece is friggin' broken, it's ridiculous. Okay, so yeah, the devil fruits, the ones that are currently on the crew. And this will include people like crew members who are not currently here because 2 players switched out. Iris has the flare fruit, which basically is not flame, it is flare, like a signal flare. And we interpreted that to be like, a flare up. To flare is like a boost, to immediately spark something. So Iris can apply that to anything. So he can flare, inspiration in someone. He can flare
emotions.
Yeah, he can flare emotions, can flare honesty, can basically amplify anything until it extinguishes. And yes, can of course then do regular flare stuff, so make little fires, make smoke, do whatever.
Well, yeah. If
the thing, if like the emotion or personality trait, if they like don't have it, like if I try to make if I look at someone who is legitimately fearless and try to flare up their fear, it won't do anything.
Yeah. Then we have Jimmy, who is the Zoan skunk fruit. He is a skunk. He could do skunk stuff. And we basically have made... But Jimmy now has like a fucking sword attached to like a wire directly tuned into his skunk sack, which can just spray acid from it if he so wishes. Not to mention his super soaker that just sprays acid and he can turn into a skunk. It's pretty much on the nose there.
I beat an opponent by running away from him and farting consistently.
Yeah. Then the other two fruit... Oh, we have the iron fruit on the crew with Dummy. We haven't actually started that. All we know is he can do iron. He can make his body iron. Oh, no, wait. We totally decided it wasn't iron. It was he just creates iron. Kind of like the wax fruit. But with iron. Just bloop, makes iron appear. We had one player, Taiho Yama, who had the ancient... he had Jack's fucking fruit. He was the elephant fruit, ancient model mammoth. Well, we had a mastodon, but same fucking thing. One of our characters, who is not here, is the Logia of a tornado. He's just a fucking tornado.
Typhoon.
Yep. Typhoon, sorry, so Typhoon. And then one of our players, which I think is the most broken one we have, who that character is taking a little respite, was Chum, with, when we rolled on the table, it was the bow, and we interpreted that as bow as in to bend, and then that got stretched a little further, and what's the official name of it we went for? Just the bend?
The bend.
Yeah. So with the bend fruit, Chum can literally bend reality.
Because what is it? It's a paramecian?
Yeah, it's a paramecia. So with that, Chum can grab hold of the air and pull it and move stuff. He can grab the ocean and pull it.
He has now
and
gotten
move
to theoreticals.
So he can bend the concept of truth, the concept of time, the concept of reality. He's not smart enough to do those things, but he can do them.
Yeah, fortunately, he's dumb as rocks and doesn't know that, so...
Yeah. So, whilst Whitebeard is quite similar, Whitebeard can, like, create quakes and stuff, Chum can bend it, and everything Chum comes into contact with is very soft and bouncy and bendy. So it's almost like the inverse of Whitebeard, who breaks things he touches. Chum just makes
like
them wobble.
the magician in My Hero.
Yeah.
I forget it was the hell.
Gentle.
Gentle.
It's very similar to Gentle from My Hero Academia.
Gentle criminal. There we go.
And then, from my perspective, a few devil fruits I have introduced and used as the DM. The first one we ever really came across. I mean, I had a... Well, what did we have? I think we had a...
Hard
We had the
body.
cat, we had the fish, we had the hard body.
Well, the cat wasn't a fruit. That was just a long leg who liked the cat aesthetic. But there was the pig fruit, the guy who could become a pig.
Ganon.
Yeah, there was...
Ganon, I think is what you actually called him.
Yeah.
Gammon.
Gammon.
There was Hard Body, Hot Bod, who had the hard fruit. Basically Kirishima from My Hero Academia, except he could make things around him hard as well, so he could, like, harden the air around him. He got chucked into the ocean, and what he did is, bit by bit, he made the water hard underneath him so he could lift himself out of the ocean. And then there was the Grease fruit, who was Hotbod Senior, who was a Logia, who was just grease. And he did awful things with it. He set stuff on fire. He suffocated people. He was just a greasy boy. And they're all the ones I've currently introduced. So the devil fruits, once again, you need to lean into them and accept how ridiculous they are. But it is a very fun system. Highly recommend checking it out.
Can you imagine how confused someone would be if you're just in bed with someone like, yeah, you're a greasy boy, aren't you? Like, what do you mean? But no, that hurt my feelings. What do you mean I'm greasy? Don't say it sexily. I'm offended.
All right. So this brief interlude, which I love doing. I love explaining this game and talking stuff. It's kind of
It's just the SBS.
yeah. You know what? We fit a little SBS in between chapters here. So jumping back on into the actual scene. Bloop. Yeah, you get all this phosphorus. It gets traded. You trade over the recipe and all of that junk, and you've got it. Is there anything else you want to do here in these mines, or do you want to get this equipment and be like, all right, yeah, let's mosey on over to the next place?
May as well get moving. Like that'll be fun.
All right.
Let's get out of this place. So
Oh,
we can get
did-
smoking.
Did you want to get more train carts?
Oh yes, we need more trade cards.
Yeah, they will add more train carts for you. Consider that part of the deal.
Awesome.
While you've been doing all of this, they went and repaired the tracks you ruined, and we can figure out where you want to head to next. Obviously, you are here at Phosphourtown. There's Takaroa, where the king's palace is, or you could probably circle around to Carbonopolis, which is basically a big fortress, heavily armored, and then from there you could probably go and find what's going on at the old wizards, or the old tower. There,
Yeah, let's go there.
there's Soulfield, which is, you don't know,
Sulfur.
yeah, very sulfur, very toxic, very like salt based. And then Farmville is just there, I guess, is like a respite zone. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing at Farmville.
I don't trust Farmville.
I think what we'll probably end up doing is we'll probably just like go in kind of like a spiral, I guess, or just a big circle around. Because like Cliffside, Phosphor, and then Carbonopolis, Soulfield, and Farmville. We probably won't. I don't know if we'll take the tracks to Bandit Tower. I don't even know if there would be.
There's probably not tracks. You probably have to walk there. So
Right.
if I just zoom out.
I would suggest so sulfur is a primary component in gunpowder. So if we hit that place, we will be even more equipped with even more explosives, and breaking into Carbonopolis will be, I think, pretty easy.
Okay, so I've drawn the path that Nick just suggested. That looks kind of like that.
Well, it just disappeared, but yeah.
Is it disappeared? 'Cause I'm still holding it.
It disappeared on my screen, but I saw it.
I see it on screen.
You moved, and I see it now. So yeah, I see it.
Yeah, we can do that. Why don't we do that?
You want me
Let's
to?
do that.
Here, hold on. Let me draw all this. Keep that held.
Yep.
Ah, move. I get.
Hi.
See, I'm actually quite, because honestly, I'm doing very little planning going into these
There.
sessions because I don't really know what we're doing here. I'm kind of just winging it. And I'm kind of liking that inadvertently, because my vague plan being like, yeah, you'll come here and you'll get some equipment, you'll maybe get a little bit of information, maybe some power-ups and stuff. Like, that is almost exactly what is happening, and I'm not even meaning to. It just kind of works out like that.
We can travel up the river.
You could, yeah, there is a river that goes behind the mountain. You could totally fucking do that.
To the Bandit Tower. We could totally travel up the river to get to the Bandit Tower.
From Carbonopolis.
Well, you could
Yeah.
also travel the river from Carbonopolis round to Soulfield. If you convert the
This is
train into a boat train.
Yes.
Train boat, amphibious
guess.
train.
Yes.
There's a duck.
Okay, so hear me out on this one.
Yo.
Oh boy.
So the black phosphorus puts out the fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
But okay, if you took blue phosphorus
Mm-hmm.
and you put black phosphorus on top of it,
Yeah.
would it create it could theoretically create like air, but not burn what's underneath it. You getting me? Picking up what I'm putting down?
So,
What?
You're suggesting...
The blue phosphorus would cause a chemical reaction. That would cause like some kind of air or gas to be released.
Or
But normally
right, it would
Yeah.
make
that
bubbles,
would
is what you're
on
saying.
on fire. But if you put
Right.
black phosphorus there to keep the fire in check, then it would create buoyancy or something,
Mhm.
theoretically.
Or you could just use that bubble thingy that we have.
The bubble
I guess we
coral
do,
that I
but-
have.
We do just have
Do
a
we
bubble
have it-
coral.
Can we? Would the bubbles are fragile though? Like I'm not sure if it could stand up to like.
I'm pretty sure this chemical reaction is pretty fragile.
Okay. So,
Maybe.
interesting thing with bubbles is... Obviously, we all work under the assumption that bubbles pop because they're like a balloon, and they get popped as such. That is incorrect. It's actually heat and dryness that makes bubbles burst. So you can put a knife through a bubble.
Yeah.
So I think putting blue phosphorus, which burns, that will just pop the bubble instantly because that would produce heat.
Well, I wasn't talking about putting the blue phosphorus into the bubble.
Well, what do you...
Confused.
I don't really know what you're trying to do, Rin. I'm confused and I don't like it because I know you're...
It just needs to be a solid, an airtight container
Mm-hmm.
that.
Are you trying to make a pipe bomb?
No.
Like that's what I hear whenever you put explosives inside an airtight container.
The train needs to be able to be moved onto water.
Right. That's what you're
And
talking
on-
about.
Oh!
Yeah.
You're just talking about transport. I thought you were talking about
Yeah.
like making something.
No, I'll just make some barrels. And no. It doesn't even need to. We don't need to modify the thing at all. It is already in the configuration necessary for buoyancy, which is to have.
Really?
Yeah. No,
Look it up.
So what you have is you have you have a container. So like, have you ever tried to put a bowl in your kitchen sink with the right side up and like just push
Yeah,
it
it
down
goes-
into the water?
And it just goes...
Right?
Generally, my bowls aren't very heavy pieces of metal, but
Right? No. But like, you can. Boats are made out of metal, and
Oh,
as long
yeah.
as you don't flip them over, they don't sink. It's like literally. Yeah, there will need to
I
be
know there
modifications made.
is-
There will need to be modifications made.
okay. I was like, I'm not sure if it's currently able to float on water, but
There will need to be some modifications made, but there will not need to be that many modifications made.
I was just meaning for like, if we wanted to like actually like just roll on the water rather than
No, probably what we'll have to do is add some like barrels of just empty barrels basically on the side to keep us from flipping over, and add just some extra buoyancy. But like that'll probably be everything.
I mean,
Yo,
that...
wait a second.
That is actually a thing. That is pretty commonplace. Just like strap barrels and stuff to the side of, cars and stuff and whatever. Like, I think that is a pretty normal thing, actually. So
And yeah, and just double check to make sure they're waterproof. Because if they're not waterproof, then they will totally sink. If they have any holes in the bottom of them, then they will totally plummet.
Okay, so I am just going to throw this out there. You probably don't know how to do it, but in the world of One Piece, the technology fucking exists to lay tracks in the water. There are sea trains.
There is a sea train.
Well, there's technically 3 sea trains.
Oh yeah, I guess technically there are 3.
I guess, but only one track.
Well, there's multiple tracks because there's like 5 islands all connected. But there's really only one track that leads to each one, yes.
Yeah.
We don't need that. We can just float across and then reconnect to a track at the end. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Alright.
You don't need to get all complicated. You all are way overthinking this.
No, we're not thinking enough. Blue phosphorus in a tube at the back of the train, underwater jet.
I mean, the thing is, if you could control that, and so for example, right, instead of just a rock of blue phosphorus, if you had like a funnel that you just, ground the blue phosphorus into and then fed it in, it would basically be like constantly pressing the NOS button on a car. So if you had a little stop and it went, it would do like.
That would not be a terrible engine. No, that would not be a terrible engine.
I think it could work.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it kind of backwards. That would be a decent engine.
Mm. You should have asked for more blue phosphorus, then you could put it on your shit. I mean, who knows? We're still... Look, we've actually been on this island for like 2 sessions. The plot of this island still hasn't fucking revealed itself, so you might get yourself access to a shit ton of this stuff. You might... I mean, Nick even mentioned it earlier, the notion of, well, maybe if we set up this whole marine trade thing, not create a marine presence, but create a marine interaction, maybe getting hold of this kind of phosphorus becomes a regular thing. Maybe all marine ships start to get outfitted with blue phosphorus.
Blue phosphorus engine.
Yeah, and you know what we'll trade back to them? Concrete. For them to build their houses out of.
Oh my fucking god, yes! Oh.
Freaking concrete and rebar.
Yeah.
Knowing them, though, it'd probably be like, well, why would we do that when we have phosphorus? So you don't fucking explode!
Alright, so, is there anything else we want to cover in this session? Or very much make it like, alright, yep, we've got all our stuff, we built our train, and we'll head on off to Carbonopolis.
I want to attempt an invent check.
Yeah?
To make some custom ammo.
Out of what?
White phosphorus.
Oh my fucking god. Okay. So this is basically fire ammo.
Yes. For my shotgun.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Dragon's breath.
Yeah, that's basically it. Fucking yeah. Alright, roll an invent, please. 18, let's invent. Is Jimmy helping you?
Is Jimmy helping me?
What is it, an event?
Yeah.
Yeah, invent.
Okay. Our system.
Alright.
Also, Dummy is helping me as well.
Okay, because you really needed that, because the check to make specialized ammo was a 19, and you rolled an 18. So, with the help of Dummy and Jimmy, yeah, you can get that. So, basically, I think the easiest thing to do is just say, like, take 3.5. Your shotgun blast, you can now essentially make it like just a burning hand spell from like 3.5 era for the easiest. So burning hands off the top of my head is what, 3d4? Reflex save for half.
Alright. Cool.
So you can just... And it's a 15-foot cone.
Right on!
Like, this is just me going from memory. Someone feel free to double check that.
That is not broken, like, compared to my shotgun as it is now. My shotgun does 2d6. So 3d4.
So it's the same. It's nearly the same spread, but
Yeah.
slightly more, and it does fire instead of standard. And it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, your shotgun already has a cone, doesn't it?
I think so.
I was just looking real fast at what burning hands does in terms of damage.
Well, my mind is telling me 3d4. I think it's actually only
3d6.
Really?
3d6 for first level evocation.
Are you looking at 5e?
Yeah.
I'm talking 3.5.
I don't have a 3.5 handbook on hand.
I do. So let me walk my ass on over, because I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons for 20 fucking years, but I still have like 27 3.5 books.
I mean, my dad still has all of his advanced edition books from when he was in
Yeah,
college.
it maxed it out at 5d4.
Yeah, it's not great. I think it starts at 2 when you gain one every other level, or every 2
It
levels.
starts at 1.
It starts at 1d4? No.
Yeah, and it increases by 1 per caster level.
Oh,
Garbage.
yeah. Spells were fucking like low-level spellcaster. Like, if anyone ever complains in D&D 5e about being an underpowered low-level caster, get the fuck out of here. The only low-level caster that was any good was a warlock in 3.5. Because because Eldritch Blast wasn't even a spell. It was just your attack.
Can I just convert my damage to fire instead?
I mean, we can stick with a 3d4 if you want to do that. Or yeah, you can just say it's fire in a 15-foot cone.
Okay, well, yeah, 3d4 is fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, okay.
I mean, it's the same as your 2d6. It's just one better.
That means you're
I
always...
just realized.
No, I'll convert to 5. I'll convert to fire, because I would rather it still be a ranged attack rather than a spell, because that actually works with all of my marksman features.
That's true. You'd prefer to roll to hit rather than then having to roll to dodge. That makes sense.
You know.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Considering Maggie only has a 5% chance to miss.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Just straight up convert it to fire damage.
Cool.
That, you know what? That's actually really useful for dealing with Devil Fruit users, especially Logias. Like,
Just look at Iris like, fuck you.
well,
No, except for Iris. Except for Iris.
Literally everyone but Iris.
Fire damage.
Which I just
Maggie can
realized,
take out her
I could
aggressions
literally-
though.
Iris, we could like put Iris in a cart full of black phosphorus, like just a bathtub, and roll him into a town, and you just like just taps on the side. See y'all later.
oh god,
And he would be completely fine.
Iris is too dangerous.
Well, okay, you're immune to fire damage. However, at some point that will start becoming concussive damage, and that would kill you.
Maybe. I'm actually not sure.
I think I would bullshit and say, like, okay, you're immune to fire, but you're not immune to a big fuck off explosion.
Yeah, the explosion and like the shrapnel would get you.
Does black phosphorus like explode?
Yeah, because it's a sudden release.
Okay.
Or, we could use One Piece logic. Yeah. But what about magma? Because it's hotter!
Fucking.
Yeah, that's like, you're immune to
Fucking
fire. Akainu fucking punches him in the face. It's just like,
I'm not fire,
His name is
bitch!
Aka Inu, which literally just means red dog.
Well, yeah, all the admirals, they're literally just color animal.
well, that's actually that's his title.
Yeah. His name is Sakazuki.
His name is Sakazuki.
Yeah, like Kizaru, which is Yellow Monkey, is the title. His real name is Borsalino. Aokiji is Blue Pheasant. His name is Kuzan. Like, they're titles, and they're titles inspired by the legend of Momotaro.
I didn't know that. I'm not as big of a One Piece nerd as y'all two, so I thought his name was literally Red Dog. In which case, somebody was poking fun at Marines for being dogs.
I mean,
Alright, I'm gonna roll invent again.
because we're still playing, but now we're just chatting shit, really.
I mean, we're in the last stretch here.
Yeah. So what are you rolling for?
Every time.
Can I get help from Jimmy on this one? Because I actually really, really need help from Jimmy on this one.
Yes. Again, and this is invent,
yeah.
not research.
Okay,
This is
28.
invent. Yeah.
Okay.
So-
+2.
So what this is I will be creating a glass bullet for my sniper rifle.
Oh, God, no.
Interesting.
Containing 2 compartments in it.
Oh, no. I don't
Water
like
and blue
this.
phosphorus?
One compartment containing green phosphorus.
One compartment containing acid, yeah.
One compartment containing Jimmy's acid.
Okay, so for a 28, oh gosh. See, I haven't statted up green phosphorus yet, because in case it wasn't obvious, I made this shit up on the spot. But 28 allows you... 28 allows you to make armor/weapon mechanical enhancements and strong acids.
Yes!
So 28 is kind of a perfect thing to roll there. So I will stat that shit up for next time, because that's going to be
sweet. Yeah, so I make
broken as
rounds
hell.
for my sniper rifle.
Yeah. At some point, I also need... Like, I'm just trying to think. Like, in a cigar box, how many D6 can you fit? Who played a shit ton of Warhammer? How many D6 do you fit in one of those, like, standard cases? I want to say, like, 30?
It's a few more than that.
Oh, shit.
It's more than that. They're compact. It's more like... So that's more like... You can fit about... I would say 6 tall.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And then what? Isn't it?
By about maybe 10 forward.
Mm-hmm.
Then probably 20 wide.
Okay, so 6 by 10 by 20. So that's 60 by 20, which is...
1,200.
Yeah, wow, that is a lot. Fuck it. This game, you know what? I said we're gonna overpower you. I said we're gonna do that. So yeah, you have 1,200 D6s worth of this, and each D6 can be used to make a 5-foot cube of smoke/fire.
Yo.
So
Love you, Bardic.
I mean, I have no idea how you make a D6 fit into a sniper rifle.
I mean, I like cut it in half and fit it in sideways or something.
Who needs specifics? All right. Is there anything else we would like to do this session? Because then next session we can literally start with the next train journey. I think we did we enjoy doing a train journey last time, or should we try and like abridge that down?
I think abridging would be good for time, because otherwise we're gonna be here. We're gonna spend an episode in every town.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be here a long while.
Yeah.
And I already know that whenever we get probably to Takaroa, and or leave Takaroa and find the Novichok, wherever the hell he's at, it's gonna take us several episodes there.
Alright, so we'll start to abridge the travel episodes. I mean, we'll probably do a little bit, but we won't have them take half the session like we did last time. We'll maybe have it take like half an hour to an hour. But probably less. Probably leaning closer towards like 20 minutes, half an hour-ish for the travel stuff. Alrighty. Anything else that wants to be done this session before we wrap up?
No, I don't think so.
I think so.
I guess just preparing breach charges for breaking into Carbonopolis.
I'm not sure what other information about Novichok we're gonna.
The information you got was basically Novichok was here a few days ago, like not that long ago, like at all, leading you to assume that like, because he looked like he had a pretty large advantage on you speed-wise when you last saw the smokestacks. So it kind of leads you to assume, like, okay, so the smokestacks probably doesn't move that fast. If, from where you were at the Twin Capes, that was easily, like, a week's travel away. And now it's only a few days. So, if you could set off from here in, like, 2 to 3 days, you could probably catch up to Novichok before he lands at another island.
Okay. What I was gonna say was, if he was here a few days ago, there's no way that Cliffside wouldn't have known that.
Suspicious.
Yeah, well, I don't know if any of us trusted them.
I mean, the information you were also given was that Novichok is like the primary dealer with this island. You also know that Novichok comes from this island. You know this island has like no affiliation with the world government, no affiliation with Marines.
Not strange.
They more to the extent of like, I'm sure if someone was to radio back to HQ and ask some information, they wouldn't even know this place fucking exists. I mean, this place has seemed pretty backwards, right? I think I'm getting that across.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've got nothing else.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Alrighty. Well, in that case,
Outros?
well, I was about to say, Dakota, do you want to do anything? Because I feel like you've not had a chance to do anything in this session because we're not fighting stuff.
Really.
All right.
Nothing really for my character to do.
All right. Carbonopolis is fighting, so there'll be stuff to do. I promise. We'll do a fighting.
Yeah, the one thing I was good at, I wasn't able to do, which was, you know, intimidate people to get info.
Next episode, the Zoron special.
Yeah, it's gonna be Zor just fighting everyone.
I'm gonna go apeshit. I'm gonna go apeshit.
I can see it.
All right. So until next, well, no outros. Don't do the actual sign off, Bardic. Do the outros. So all right. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I have been the Bardic Knock. You can find me on the internet, Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, and YouTube, all as the Bardic Knock. There is also a Discord channel. Check that out because when people are in there, it makes me feel good about myself. I can't explain how or why, but it do. So that'd be kind of you. Words and such. Other things to plug for me.
Tune in tomorrow for Spira?
Yeah, tomorrow, this time period is the Final Fantasy D6 Rebels of Spira. It's set in the realm of Final Fantasy X, and it's good, gay fun, because that's how it should be. Starting on the 6th of January, over on Nerds with Dice, there's going to be, I'm going to be running a, 10 to 16 session game of Interstitial, or Hearts Intertwined, which is a Powered by the Apocalypse system, garnered specifically for doing Kingdom Hearts adventures. So if you like Disney / Final Fantasy / gay anime bullshit, I'm going to be doing that over on Nerds with Dice on Wednesdays, starting from the 6th of January. So that's that. And then there's regular streamy stuff. Thursdays, I'm going to be playing Star Wars: The Old Republic for a couple months, or at least 1 month or so until I figure out what I'm doing. Saturday mornings, Pokemon, and Sunday afternoons, Star Wars. That's my jams. Players, who are you?
Hello, everybody. I'm Strider Winters, also known as Nick, I'm Nick, also known as Strider Winters, practically everywhere on the internet, except for Twitter, over there it's weird, so I am Nikias Rotor. You can most oftentimes find me here on the Bardic Knox channel, either in this game, or just in the general chat, because I'm his mod here. And I'm his friend. I'm here a lot. If you also need to get a hold of me in whatever reason, I can find me in Bardic's Discord channel, as I'm a mod over there as well.
The friendship wasn't scheduled till later.
The friendship wasn't scheduled till later? It was a mod first, friend later? Totally.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Dream of the friendship Disney stuff. The sentimentality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I unfortunately will not be in the Kingdom Hearts game because it's since it's on Wednesdays, it kind of conflicts with what I have going in real life. That's fine.
I'm kind of using it as a way
Dakota?
to test the system, and I'm probably gonna, in the future, run another one on this channel specifically. But I'm very much looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to more stuff.
I'm Shogun.
I don't even care anymore.
I played Maggie today. I stream on twitch.tv cryogun sometimes, along with Eglazar. We both stream there, and we have other
These
people
days,
on.
I
We've been-
won't get through my outro without being interrupted even once.
I
One of
doubt
these
it.
days.
I doubt it.
We stream Deep Rock Galactic a lot, and also lots of boomer shooters and other odd things. Yeah. That's
Who's
it.
clacking?
Me. Sorry.
Yeah.
Goblin go click clack with dice.
It is dice, actually.
Shiny math rock.
These are less shiny, and I'll talk about it after we're out.
All right. Who next? Jimmy or Dakota? You're gonna actually do your outro, and I promise no one will interrupt you.
Why would
I
you
don't
make
believe that. Why would you make promises you can't keep?
Bardic has no control over my speech, but I.
Well, technically, he could mute us.
Yeah, you see that?
Anyway, yeah, no, I'm just White Wolf versus Two Produce Anywhere. Not really special. Nothing really to me.
He's a dude, and he's a cool dude at that.
I mean,
Well, thank you.
Dakota, you are special. You're very special. You're a wonderful, perfect, delightful human being because you exist. And now I will unmute Jimmy so Jimmy can keep on screeching.
Oh, you actually muted him.
What the fuck? I wasn't actually doing anything. Aw.
I was secretly hoping you were going to be in the middle of some big rant, and we'd just jump in for you to go, and a coconut and his asshole!
And that's when the monkey. Oh hi.
James, who are you?
I'm the guy who was just muted. Apparently.
I forget I have this power.
God. I am the skunk boy who will probably eat one steroid next session and think, why doesn't Captain just give me more of these? Why don't I eat more?
Then you're
And
gonna
we'll
have to
see
too,
what
and you're gonna hate it.
Let's see what atrocities happen shortly after. Will I hate it after 2, or will I try for a 3rd?
What happens if you eat 4?
It doesn't say.
I explode.
Well, you can't because like it's like after 6 hours, and after you eat a 3rd Rumble Ball, you're unconscious for like 3, and then you can't move for like 4 more.
But that's it, like, so
Well, it says
3, you
it
start
says for
rampaging
3.
around. So what if, we had a sniper who just shot them into his rampaging mouth?
Yeah, does it just increase the time limit of everything? Increased rage time, increased sleep time, increased paralyzation time?
It
Probably.
doesn't say.
What
But
if we had a sniper?
Isn't that just imagine we just keep force feeding these
I want
things
to
up,
make
you
a
just let them
custom
tear through a
ammunition.
base, and then we just like, alright, you can go sleep it off for the next day and a half.
Bro, that's if this happens, like anything that would require you to constantly do that to me, I imagine that's when I make a new character. It's just like, you have to make a new character, James. Oh no, did Jimmy die? No, he's just in a coma for a year. You had so many rumble balls that you cannot play as him because he is in a coma. I'm like, oh, and when he gets out of that coma, he is then unable to walk for another 3 years.
Well, that's
Oh,
fine.
goddamn.
We'll just do a time skip.
No, other people made characters. I'll just make myself a new character who will visit Jimmy in the hospital and go like, oh god, he fucking stinks, and then walk out of the hospital.
No, see, at that point, I'm pretty sure in order to compensate for that, they'd have you in a special, have Jimmy in a special, like, capsule type thing that would keep all the stink in.
Probably.
You
I
could continue to play as Jimmy, just encapsulated inside of a robot minion,
Oh my god.
like a mobility
technically,
robot.
But I would
Technically, I
still have to wait
could-
the year while I'm in a coma.
See,
in the
you guys are
story.
sitting here talking about what happens if you overdose. I'm just like, Jimmy, just take one every 6 hours and you have a permanent boost.
No, it only lasts for 3 minutes. So,
Oh, does it? It does, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
but Iris could technically get
Yeah.
you out of the coma by using Purge on you, but there's like a solid chance you might die in the process.
All right,
I really got go guys.
Ren. That is
Hey.
that is a perfect segue for you to just do your outro, and then we'll jump off of the stream.
Oh, were we still live?
Yes, because you
Yeah.
haven't finished.
Sorry.
Later.
Bye, Ray.
That's your outro. Bye.
That's Ren. All right, until next time, everybody. Stay safe.